Hello, everyone. Welcome to Return to Mistress Margolis Magical Menagerie, a D&D 5th edition 20th level game as part of one shot. That's what I was trying to think of. As part of Virtual HorrorCon 2022. We are raising funds as part of this year's convention for Don't Be a Monster, a bullying prevention charity that partners with haunted houses to bring scary monsters to schools to terrify children into not. No, I'm kidding. To educate children on the why being a bully is bad and how to not be a monster. It's really cool. It's a good mission, and you can donate to support them, and we have incentives for that, which I will post in chat. Yes, cool. It was still my copy pasta. $5, reroll advantage. $10, disadvantage, DM only. $15, wild magic table for random to any player at the DM's discretion. $20, a random potion. You can randomize it or choose to give it to a specific player. $20, wild magic table. Target at a particular player. $50 for a deck of many things. Random or choose to any player, $75 for a wandering monster, and $100 for a Tarrasque attack. Or I believe what was the alternative there?
Prince said something about Space Jam
Tiamat.
Space Jam Tiamat.
Don't do that. It's messy as fuck.
Like
Maybe
this game
taking
is
wish
like this game is.
idea.
Awesome. So, without further ado, this is Mistress Margolis' Magical Menagerie.
Yay! Hi, hello. I am April. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun. I will be your DM for this day. It's not evening. Hi again. Welcome back to Mistress Margolis' Magical Menagerie, where two of our players have been before. But before we begin, let's give a quick introduction to everyone who's gonna be playing. Let's go to a direction. I think Jacob, you're on the other side of me.
Hi, hello. My name is Jacob Burgess. I am a voice actor. I'm an online performer. You may know me from this, doing other things on Virtual HorrorCon, Desert Bus for Hope, performing Loading Ready Run. I stream with the Yizbert Games channel every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Yizbert Games is the indie game publisher that I help run. Please go wishlist World of Horror and check out the trailer and wishlist Demon School and No Place for Bravery. I'm a voice actor and good. I'm good. Follow me on Twitter, Jacob Burgess VO. Hey, I'm lonely. That's what I got.
Everything froze up until that last line.
Good.
No, just for April.
Just for April. Oh, okay.
Everyone else is fine.
I was like, well, that's crappy because that's one of the best and smoothest introductions I have ever done publicly.
It was so good.
No, that was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you so
Smooth.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
Next we have Maria.
Hi, hello. My name's Maria, and I'm on the internet at Happy Capster. I am typically seen around doing variety streaming on my own channel, but I am also in other TTRPG spaces, such as Waffles Maple Syrup and Only Play Wizards, doing a variety of other TTRPGs, one-shots and stuff such as this, and helping run Goblin Society Games, which is a TTRPG company that I co-founded with my partner, James, and we're making TTRPG content that we want to see out in the world today. Also, I'm ill, so that's why my voice sounds like this. It's a character choice.
Love it.
Let's go with that.
Darby.
I didn't speak while muted, so there's a win. Hello, my name is Darby. You can find me on the internet, both on Twitch and Twitter as Chaotic Darby. I'm a TTRPG player, streamer, possum, and all-around menace on the internet. I am the technical admin for TTRPG, still TEA TRPG, and the community manager for Weed the Tale. And I'm so excited to get Chaotic in today. This is my first level 20 character, so cowabunga. I use she, her pronouns. And I think that's it. I'll pass it.
Prince.
Hi everyone, I'm Prince, also known as Doubles and Dice, also known as the Moist Heat. I'm a TTRPG / variety streamer over on my channel, Doubles and Dice. You can also find me over on channels like Waffles Maple Syrup. I was there last night doing D&D with Alchemy RPG and their content. You can find me tonight again over here on a panel, and then after that on my show over on Rolling These 20s, Philly by Night. This is our 5th and final season of that show, but don't worry, we'll have more World of Darkness shenanigans coming soon. And then tomorrow you can find me over on my own channel running D&D 5e, where I get to be the conductor of chaos. And while I'll be on the Witchlight, Wayward Revelry. It is a Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign with my own little bit of horrific twist to it.
Very nice. Before I do mine, also shout out to Alchemy RPG, who's one of the sponsors for Virtual HorrorCon, the event that we're part of right now.
Squad.
And I'm gonna gloss over mine very quickly because if you're on this channel, you probably know who I am. I'm Ian Muller, the founder of Gehenna Gaming and Virtual HorrorCon, and I am very excited to be playing Doc Corning again, who sounds like this and has a very energetic view on life. And the gnome gunslinger, who is now level 20 and coming back for the 3rd time. God damn it, he's gonna kill Mistress Margolis if he dies trying.
Gonna make an entrance with a bang.
3rd time. Wow. You keep coming back. You keep it at higher levels, so that works out for you.
It works out, yeah.
And with that, are we ready, players? Chat.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so ready.
Did we say who we're playing?
I don't know. I did.
Oh,
I
well,
certainly
I'm gonna
didn't.
give you a chance to
Didn't.
introduce your character in a moment.
Oh, I haven't thought what they looked like at all. Oops.
I'll make sure to do yours first. No. We'll give you a chance to introduce your character in a minute. I want to know what they look like and everything also. Adventurers. It's been years since you've actually had to go on an adventure. You're level 20. You get to live the good life now. Do whatever you want, go wherever you want. But it's been a while. And sometimes you like to go and do things. So today, you've all decided to go to the local city for an Adventurers Festival. It's a weekend-long celebration of all things adventuring and heroes, and they've offered you free room and board if you just come out and say hi, maybe sign some autographs. Do some waves, yeah. Just come out and show off. You're high-level adventurers. People love you. It's the night before the festival. And, well, city infrastructure was not made for a festival of this size. They were not expecting this many people. And there is a huge traffic jam at the gates. You can't get into the city. So, for the first time in a long time, you're going to be forced to camp outside. As you're all wandering around the woods looking for a good camping spot, weirdly, you all run into each other at a perfect clearing. And as you all stumble into this clearing, Doc, tell me what you look like at now.
So Doc is a rock gnome gunslinger, and he very much looks the part. He's got cowboy hat, white button-down shirt, gun belt. He's looking a little more portly than he did last time he made an appearance. His vest is a little snug, but he looks pretty happy. Handlebar mustache, which is bright blue, and he doesn't mind. He wasn't super. He was kind of pushed into going to the city. He's enjoying life on the ranch, taking care of his dogs at this point. And but he was pushed to attend this festival, and he doesn't mind the wait. He's relaxing in the clearing, kind of laying back, leaning against a tree, hat over his face.
Now, Doc, are you still traveling with Mr. Tom?
I don't know, Mr. Tom. Are we still traveling together?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Tom is here then. Yeah, so
Mr. Tom, what does Mr. Tom look like after all these years?
Exactly the same. Mr. Tom he has just a linen shirt and a little. He is an old man, little hunched over. He moves with shuffling steps. He has a shock white hair on top with a like a fisherman's cap with a toque on, which is Canadian for fisherman's hat. Just a long white beard, goes down. It's not like, like philosopher's length or anything, just a little like pointy white beard here, hunched over, very lithe, thin, body, overalls, and just on his back is a fishing rod, no apparent bait or food or any other gear at all. That's it. Bare feet. That is Mr. Tom. He looks incredibly friendly.
As you two have made your way into this clearing, you start to make camp, and at that point, who probably would be next in line? Let's say Darby. Who comes stumbling into this clearing next?
Stumbling into this clearing, you see this Ladrin with bright red hair. She's got on this cloak, has this bright sword at the hip, sort of just like pops out in this clearing. It's like, hello. She's got big red clown shoes on, and big, like, underneath the cloak and like the kind of austere demeanor, like red stripes, meet MacDonald McSpicy. She makes her way into the clearing. She fundamentally misunderstood what this festival was supposed to be about and thought she was coming as an entertainer. So dressed up like a clown. Changed her season to have a red aesthetic. She is currently a summer Ladrin, so her hair didn't have to dye her hair, but fundamentally misunderstood the assignment.
That is in fact very spicy.
But you did it with your whole butt though.
Yeah,
so like
you gotta respect
all of
that.
it.
The commitment.
you did. If you're gonna fail hard, right?
Absolutely.
From the other side of the forest comes crashing in. Let's say Maria, your character.
Okay, so I don't know if Milos would come crashing. Milos is very comfortable. I just got a package. Thank you. Milos is very comfortable being out in the wilds. And so he's probably whistling a bit with a bag over his shoulder, one under his arm, as he comes into the clearing. He is a little tall, maybe like 6'2", very deep caramel skin, black curled hair that goes to just about his ears, very sharp chiseled features, a nice like very short cut beard, very dark brown eyes, flashing smile, very charming. Is wearing fairly comfortable but nice looking materials. So some like somewhat tighter pants that are like dark brown, a kind of like flowy purple shirt tucked into them, kind of like an Errol Flynn look, but like nice, and purple. Yeah, he also looks like an exceptionally friendly individual just by looking at him. He also looks like he's maybe in his like late 30s, early 40s or so.
Very nice. And
half elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, from the other end, Prince.
So yeah, Drip looks like a youngish water genasi. He has bluish skin with like, it looks like waves are flowing across instead of tattoos. His hair's kind of like tied back in a man bun, a greenish sort of seaweed looking hairstyle. He is dressed in like a light robe sort of thing, and he's just like waving at people like, "What's up, bro? Hey, what's good, my dudes?" Like just really enjoying the attention that he's getting, because, you know, this guy used to be a homeless kid on the streets, and now he's like a celebrated adventurer, and he's gonna bask in his glory like today. So he has what seems to be a big ass gun attached to his back as well. It's giant. It's like, how does one hold this gun? And it says "Big Bad Shot Daddy" just written on it. He doesn't look like he fits with the rest of these people because he's dressed very differently. He's wearing like jeans and like spiky like things around his arms and like a pair of Converse Chucks. Like,
Where did you get? You know what?
I'm a level 20 adventurer. I go where I want to go.
Magic.
You invented all
Yeah.
of these clothes. Not only are you adventurer, you're also a fashion designer.
You're a fashion
You're an
designer.
innovator.
You're one of the sponsors of the festival, actually. They should have been
They're
able
not-
to airlift you in. It's
They're not
ridiculous.
called Chuck Taylors. They're called Drip Taylors.
Drip Taylors.
Beautiful. So, Doc, Mr. Tom, this perfect camping spot. All your new friends have entered. It's a very large camping spot, though. Plenty of room for everyone, if you'd all like to settle down. But I'll give you a moment to introduce yourselves to each other. Or what do you do?
Is there anywhere to fish?
Officially, no.
I'm level 20. I can fish in the sky.
So
I can make it rain.
No, but there will be in 5 seconds. Mr. Tom, roll me an intelligence check or a
Oh.
nature check.
Oh,
Roll me a
good.
nature check.
I definitely have that. I'm level 20 and I have a +1 to nature check.
Hell yes.
It's
Let's
better
go.
than a -1 to deception.
Yeah.
Oh my god, amazing, y'all.
That would be a mighty 13.
Mighty
Level
13.
20, let's go.
Hell yeah. Great way to start a level. Remember, friends, you can donate to help them out. So things like that don't happen again. But you know what? Level 13 isn't bad.
So things
Or you could donate to give us a Tarrasque. So, you know.
that was like a.
You could give us
So
a
Jacob's starting out things very disappointingly. So if you want to help him out, please don't.
Please don't hesitate.
13 is not a bad roll. It
There-
could have
it's-
been a
it's
natural one.
Above
And look,
average.
You're gonna find a place to fish. It's
It
fine.
happens to lots of guys.
That's what they all say.
Yeah,
But-
you just gotta roll with it. You know,
The
It's
rod
nothing
is
to die
just,
over.
just a little
Yeah,
limp.
Yeah.
What do?
Mr. Tom, you are shuffling around the area, looking around, and you start to remember that you've been in this area before. And you could have sworn that
Oh
just
no.
past the woods, there was something over there.
Yes.
You could swear there
yes.
was fishing involved over there, though.
Oh, yes. You, hello, person with all the shinies and the nice shoes. You are the shiny. Come with Mr. Tom. Shiny attract fish. Okay, nice to meet you. I am Mr. Tom. Okay, hello. Okay. Come. Start slapping Doc like that.
Huh? What do you want?
You have dynamite. Come help fish.
Oh yeah. No. Not quite to
Okay.
sleep out of his eyes.
Hello. We all make good friends now. Come. I know there's fishing. Come fish with Mr. Tom.
Oh, getting
Hello.
some fish would be good before we bed for the night. I'm just gonna
Yes,
drop my bags down, and
Yes.
pick up the like small God, what's the instrument? I have an instrument. It's like a guitar, but not quite.
Flute.
Yeah, yes, that one. Thank you. And start to kind of like swing it over my shoulders and like start to tune it a little bit. Where are we going to get these fish?
There is fish. Mr. Tom, remember, there is fish over here. Okay. Oh, you are
Oh, Mr.
Mr. You with the red shoes. Are you okay?
Like Mac like pulls the robes like closer around her. So yes, I'll come fishing.
Oh, good. Hello, I am Mr. Tom. What is your name?
Mac.
Mac. Hello, Mac. Okay, excellent. And you with the music. Your name is
Oh, my name is Milos. It is
Ah.
nice to meet you, Mr. Tom and
Mr. Tom.
Mac. It's good to see you as well.
This is Doc, and I know
Maddie.
who you are. I know who you are. This is your overall. And he like turns a tag around. It says like drip on it. You are a famous person, yes? I have these
Yeah,
are
bro,
new.
like,
First
it's-
new clothes, Mr.
This
Tom
is
buy
my
in
first
20
new
years.
line, Mr. Tom. Well, thank you, Mr. Tom.
That's
That's being a real bro. Like, just so
Hey.
you know, like,
Yes, and he pulls out his fishing rod.
Put
This
out a
is my
fist,
new
like-
line. Okay.
all right. Just be careful about the dolphins and the octopus, because those are like the main homies. And like, if you catch one of those, we'll have to work.
There is no ocean here.
Oh, shit. What plane am I on right now?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what you take before you get here.
Plane?
I
the
just like
best
strum a
stuff.
chord to try to keep the awkward silence from lingering, and say, "Well, shall we go get some not ocean-based fish then?"
Yes.
Bloop, bloop.
Okay. Okay. So Mr. Tom just is just like,
Mhm.
okay, new friends, it's fishing. Yes.
Yep.
He starts
Oh.
handing out fishing rods. You don't know
Oh.
where he got them from.
Just go along with it. It's fine.
I don't
Oh.
really need one of these. Like, I can just grab them. Thanks, Mr. Tom.
Oh,
Yeah, just
I'm gonna-
just take it.
I'm
gonna hand mine-
fishing.
I'm gonna hand mine to Drip, just because my hands are full, and say, "I will have to talk to you about getting some new clothes. What you have here is very, very interesting. I'll have to add it to my."
And drip has a drip. That's how bros do. I can hook you up with the bestest stuff.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe we can exchange. You know, I can give you some of my wares, and you can maybe they can show up in some of your latest things. You know, maybe we could talk about it.
Yeah, I'm all about that marketing, the advertisement. You got to get your name out there. You got to really like self promo. You have to really believe in you.
During this speech about how you have to believe in yourself and self-promotion and how we're great at that, what's everyone's passive perception? Who's got the highest one of those?
22.
Ooh,
26.
17.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Let's just not talk about mine.
Ask me about my passive investigation, please.
What's your passive investigation?
31.
Well, that's cool. That's a neat number. I
You
like
have
that.
found the whole of reality. Welcome
Yeah.
to the Zoom call. You are now your character.
Oh,
Okay.
existence.
Milos and Mac, as you're following Mr. Tom through the woods, you both spot something on the ground. Mac, you're just a little bit quicker on to grabbing it, and it's an old flyer, kind of yellowed with age, saying Mistress Margolis Magical Menagerie, one night only, VIP event. And Mac, if there was anything ever you could ever want to see in a carnival, what would it be? What's like Mac's dream carnival destination thing?
Clowns.
Clowns. The flyer is covered with clowns doing all sorts of clown things. They're doing flips and shit. They're what's this thing where they throw balls in the air?
Juggling.
Juggling.
Yes, they're juggling. There's clowns with pies. There's clowns on tight ropes. There's just clowns doing all kinds of clown shit.
They're clowning around, you know?
Yeah, they're clowning around. It is everything you've ever wanted to see. Milos, as you look
Nice.
over Mac's shoulder, you see the flyer. But what is Milos's big dream of a carnival?
Ooh, it would be, I think it would be something like from the big capital city that he's from. So it would be like a lot of the banners and colors and lots of like music and confetti and food and like very bright, very colorful um
What
sort
you
of thing.
What you see, even through the fade, is how colorful it is. You could almost hear the music from the carnival from looking at it. You see the stalls full of food, greatest food this side of this continent, plane of existence and realm. Just giant turkey legs, giant containers and vats of beer and wine. It looks good. You could almost smell it.
Huh. I wonder what. Have you heard of this place before? Kind of addressing Mac, since we're both like right there with the flyer.
No, I'm not really from here. But
Oh, I'm not. I'm
do-
not either. Don't worry about it. That's not. That's
I
fine.
do love all the clowns on the flyer, though. Excellent choice.
When I hear that,
Mr. Tom, you see the river 30,
Oh.
40 feet ahead.
That's good.
wait.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Who's on
Fishing.
flyer?
Well, apparently,
Uh,
my new friend Maxie's clowns on this flyer. Maybe there's clowns on
Can
this flyer.
Can I see that? And I look at oh no no.
What?
We're not
what
doing
is
this
no?
again. We're not doing
What
this
it
again.
looks. Wait, what? Oh, have you been to this
What are
before?
we
I mean,
talking
this
about
looks
again,
really.
bruh?
I want to try to take the flyer from Mac, and there's kind of like may I? I
Yes,
take it
go
and
ahead.
I'll turn it towards everyone, and I'll say, "This place looks amazing."
Oh no.
What is
Rip.
all that?
You
Mr.
see
Tom.
the greatest thing you've ever wanted to see in a carnival. Doc, you see welcome back
No.
written across
No.
it. Mr.
How
Tom,
haunting!
you
Yes.
also see welcome back, but behind it you see the fishing stall from the games.
I must destroy it.
It's just a piece of paper.
No, it is not.
No.
No, it is no.
It's
no.
It just looks like an advertising to me, and I'm all
Yes.
about that advertising action.
Okay.
Right?
Here
I
is-
mean, it does.
here
It
is-
does look very welcoming.
I'd probably fit in a lot
I mean,
better.
you say you
It's
saw
like-
clowns, and I just instantly was like, clowns are
Oh.
not my bros, so I don't like.
I apologize for
I-
my get up
The
then.
smell and sounds are getting louder.
Milk.
this
Welcoming,
is
not scary.
It's not
No,
a
Delicious smelling.
no, it's
oh no.
it's too late.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Mac-
I'm concerned to now, Doc. What are you you and Mr. Tom? What is this hesitancy with the?
Yeah, so
With
fearful.
the-
I
it-
wanted to go fishing, not go to a hellscape.
Mistress Margolis is Fae.
Oh,
And,
great.
and
Well,
I'm
not all
assuming
Fae-
right
not all
around
Fae
the
are
point
bad.
we're hitting like everything getting louder and stronger smelling.
That's about
and
the time everyone starts smelling the popcorn. You smell turkey legs, beer,
Oh no.
cotton candy,
Mm,
smells that some of you've never
mm,
smelled before.
mm,
They're all delicious though. You hear dun 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 na, 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 playing very gently in the air,
Mm,
and the sounds of like games buzzers going off and prizes, lots of
Okay.
laughing and merriment,
Okay.
I
Okay.
and a
Huh.
soft glow right on the other side of those trees line.
I pull one of my revolvers out and I check the ammo and put it away, and I pull the other one out and I check the ammo and I put it away, and I check my pouches for the rifle ammo I have, and I check my other weapons that I have on my belt because I came all decked out for this adventurers conference, and then I pull a
Use,
flask
like,
out.
A lot of guns, bro. Like, what are you expecting?
Last time I was here, I had to. We almost died.
Wait, so
Yes.
you've been to this exact place before?
Yes.
Yes.
But you
Um,
got out, so
It can't
I
have been
mean-
that bad.
You should prepare for a fight.
Be careful what you say. Be careful what you eat. Be careful. Don't make eye contact with anybody. We are new friends. We have to watch each other's backs now in order to get out of here. I want to retire, not to go to Fairly Land where be made puppet. No,
There's
Mr.
nothing
Tom
wrong
is not
with.
puppet.
There's
Did you
nothing
say
wrong with the Feywild. Just
Be
like
made into a puppet.
Yes.
What
This
kind of
thing can't happen.
experiences did you bros have?
Very traumatizing ones that took years of therapy to get over.
Mac, Milos, you have now started reaching the edge of that tree line, and you see a fence. A fence 20, 30 feet up. It's tall.
Oh.
Very tall, and it goes forever in either direction.
Does it
And a
feel
little-
like like a scary like haunted house fence?
You get a mix of imposing and when you go to Ren Fair, that big wall,
Yes.
like that. Not so
Oh.
maybe privacy? Maybe to keep people out?
Immersion.
I really like that the question wasn't, have you gone to a Ren Fair? It's, when you've been to a Ren Fair, you know this thing?
You know this.
You
group.
know your
just
audience.
assumed
You know
correctly.
your audience.
You
I was
fucking
not-
know what this is, you nerd.
I wasn't gonna just be like,
Mhm.
have you ever let's
Have you?
I know you're a
I
fucking
know.
dweeb.
No, it's me. You got me. Listen.
Yeah, and
And you're
like
not
that.
wrong, but how dare you assume?
There are posters and giant tapestries of painted exhibits and adventures inside of the carnival, the menagerie, a petting zoo, foods from across the plains, carousels, wall of mirrors. One tapestry is torn up and a little destroyed. It looks like it might have been a tunnel of terror or something like that, but it's a little destroyed. And you see about 60 feet down a ticket booth.
Doc pulls a flask out of a pocket. Takes a long
Milos
swig
is just
from
kind
it.
of like Milos just kind of like is like meh, and just starts like slowly like backing towards the ticket booth, looking at everyone, like wiggling their eyebrows, like
I mean,
we weren't going to get into the other place until tomorrow anyway. We might as well just have a little fun tonight, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll probably fit in. Like she wig back, like
Well, now
wiggles her
Mac,
feet and they make squeaky noises. Like
let's be fair. You would have fit in anyway. I mean, people like you despite in spite of what you put on your body. People like you, right?
yeah,
It's not just about what you
you
wear.
notice
But he put it that way.
Drip is just kind of like,
Yes, sure. I am definitely well received.
Good.
Yes.
Milos is gonna
Let's go
just
up to the
turn
ticket
and
booth
go.
first.
Milos is going to turn away and try to lick his wounds from being
Like it's what?
his wounds. His
Oh,
from chastised. I don't want to know what you thought I said.
I'm just following
Milos,
Milos.
you
Just follow
make it.
Milos.
I'm just.
Make it to the ticket booth.
I'm gonna lick everything here. Is
There's a
what's
ticket
happening.
booth. The one change in this wall. And as you walk up, it looks dark.
I have dark vision, as an aside,
course
if it
you do.
matters.
Okay.
I'm a half elf.
How tall are you?
I'm about 6'2".
About 6'2"?
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of look around and in the booth, you look up a little and two yellow eyes appear
Oh,
and bend down as
Oh.
the figure of an Akarnaloth stoops down, a very tall fox spirit. Hello. Welcome to the carnival. Oh, sorry, we rebranded since then. Welcome to the menagerie.
Excellent. I see, pointing up to the sign, that we can get tickets here.
Oh, yes, for trade.
An interesting way to purchase tickets. What things are you taking in trade right now?
And this, as he leans down, big ears and a blue cloak, puts both hands on the counter, looks very lazily at you, looks you up and down, and you feel a little bit of a magic go off on him. Something that you treasure, but you wouldn't care if you lost.
You see Drip look down at his gloves with the spikes on them. He's like, all right, fine, you can have them. And he takes them off and puts them down. He's like, those are the first editions of those, bro.
As he picks one up, that'll do. And waves a hand for you to go in.
Yeah, let's go live La Vida Loca or something.
Okay. Our new friends just walk.
Yeah,
Doc,
I
Doc,
think
Doc.
yes.
How much do you think new friends will listen?
I do not have high hopes, but I have a feeling we're gonna need to help them out.
Okay.
Milos will like
fishing booth.
Milos will kind of just like tap on the stall a little bit, thinking, and then says, "Well, all right." And we'll take off a necklace, and on it is just an insignia from his old guild that is long since he's long since passed it on to other people, and it's changed everything, but it's exceptionally sentimental. And he says, It's probably best left in the past anyway, and we'll put it down.
Looks at it and waves you in.
I'll just strum a little on the lute and like just turning back towards Doc and Mr. Tom and just like, and we'll go and walk towards Drip.
He sticks his head out. Don't forget there's a talent show later, and then sticks his head back in.
Talent
Ooh.
show.
Hey.
I see you, and I know.
Oh,
you
listen,
can
I am dripping in talent, and Drip, if you want to join me, I'm sure.
Zika.
Yeah. I got something special.
Oh, great, good.
Who's next?
Mac is going to take off her shoes, the big ass glove shoes, and just plunk.
Oh, I'm sure we can find something with these. Looks down. But I would hate for you to go, and hands down a pair of just plain leather boots.
Yes, boots. Thank you. Just like
And
hops
ushers you
barefoot,
in.
pulling them on. Like,
All right. And Doc is just going to start walking past the ticket booth.
He doesn't stop you.
Okay. I just walk right past him then. I have a hand on a gun. If he tries to stop me, I'm literally just going to pull the gun out and shoot him.
Bullets. I don't care if I lose bullets, but I treasure every one of them.
Exactly.
They're so expensive these days.
And
Mr. Tom just like walks up. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I walk right past him then. I'm just like, nope.
Yeah.
And as you do that, he kind of leans back and kind of laughs. Re-entry was always permitted. And also waves you in, Mr. Tom. Hello, Mr.
Yep.
Tom.
Yeah,
Lovely
Mr.
to see you again.
I know. Boop, 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 boop. Like Mr. Tom, like you have to imagine, like he shuffles, like
Which was perfect because
So I'm just like,
oh no, he's got an incredible movement speed.
he's very
oh
fast.
shit,
Yeah.
So he always looks like he's moving very slow, but also like is just able to move very, very quickly. Like
No.
he's a level 20 monk.
freaks me out.
Oh my god. The more that you describe Mr. Tom, the more I love him so much.
Mr. Tom has
Tom is
plot armor.
precious
I don't
and
know
must be
why.
protected at all
He
times.
can't die.
Okay, he's not
so test
allowed.
that plot armor by donating $100 and dropping it to your
Yeah.
ass in the middle of our combat.
Remember,
Let's
you can
go.
donate as they enter the menagerie.
Which I'm sure is going to be fun and fun and
When you
wholesome.
enter, actually, Mac, Drip, Milos, you see a carnival, a giant carousel featuring creatures from planes of existence you didn't even know existed. Giant, small, every size you could imagine for every creature in this plane. You see food stalls to the left, covered in turkey legs, popcorn, cotton candy, fried little hand pies, meat pies. It's delicious. There are little carts full of beers and drinks and colored concoctions from all over the place. And to the right, you see rows of games and prizes and bright colored lights. And in the distance, you see the big top, a giant rainbow colored tent with streamers and balloons with the main event on top, written in big bold letters on top. Doc, Mr. Tom, when you two walk in, you've seen past the charade that is the menagerie before. You see broken stalls. You see damage and destruction. You see the carousel no longer working. Booths that you've helped destroy are destroyed. But every so often, the mirage of what it looks like to everyone else kind of covers over it. And you could swear you still smell and could just almost taste everything there.
Okay. Well, we watch out for new friends. Make sure Soul doesn't get taken. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Make sure they don't trade anything bad. Okay. Okay.
The rest of you, what are you doing? This is a carnival.
Walk around and look at all the things.
You can do that. But also with your incredibly high investigation perceptions, you start as you walk around, notice there's no one else there. You
Oh.
don't see any other employees at the stalls. You don't see any other visitors. It looks like you have the carnival to yourself.
You would think that something this this large and loud and colorful would be more heavily populated.
Especially so close to the other stuff.
I'll turn around to Doc and Mr. Tom. You said something about Faye.
Yep. This entire thing is a Fae trap.
Yes.
I mean, Fae are not bad. Just like
A little chaotic, but
Okay.
bad.
Well, this one has a go ahead, Mr. Tom.
Oh, no. Not all Fae are bad. Not all fish are bad. Not all Mr. Toms are bad. This Fae is.
This one likes to turn people into animals for the show.
Yes.
So,
Just
But please, have good time. The popcorn is good until you realize he's not real.
How much of this place is not real then?
Whole thing. Except for love in your heart.
What?
Childlike wonder.
Okay.
That's real.
Can I ritual cast detect magic?
Yes, you can.
And
Take about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You can do that while you're wandering through. You're level 20. I think that's easy.
Yeah.
Doc, Mr. Tom, you do still hear the music.
They've merged.
You are now one person. You get one action. Use it wisely. Oh man, just imagine Mr. Tom shooting bullets out of his punches.
How many times do you get to attack per turn, Mr. Tom?
One Punch Man.
If I spend key, like 6.
Okay.
Incredible.
Same
Amazing.
with grit. So is that 12?
Wow.
Well, nothing will survive this. Okay.
Oh,
you
18, 10. If I use Flurry of Blows, I think I can squeeze out 10 attacks in one turn.
Let's go.
Amazing.
you both still hear the music, except it's now less happy. It's more discordant. You hear like cracks in the music.
Broken
Time is-
calliope.
Yeah, Broken Calliope. Yeah,
Oh,
it's now Broken
jeez.
Calliope style. It's not Happy Fun Time style, with it kind of in the distance and originating from the main tent.
Well, might as well might as well let our friends enjoy themselves before we have to deal with her.
You'll find a ride to ride. You're like a Ferris wheel or like bumper cars.
Okay.
What,
go
what
with
are
Grip.
bumper? What are cars?
Seriously, you
mean
have to
carts?
like visit other planes. There's so much cool shit to learn.
I've been to the Feywild. I'm from.
Call it the plane of soul, but like not like soul, like souls taken from you, but like soul SOL. That's what they call their son. It's weird. But anyway,
You have had interesting life.
yeah.
I'm gonna go
Good.
win some prizes.
I'm going to go look at where this talent show is taking place. I'm going to go see about that.
Okay. There is
We'll
three
just
of
keep
them.
an eye out.
There's 3 of them, 2 of us. Who do we go with?
Split
Uh,
the
Party.
party!
Split the party.
Listen, we're level 20. We're basically gods, right?
Ah! Hey, none of us are a druid. Someone turn into a goldfish.
I'm like, why don't you go? Why don't you follow the talent show, and I'll stick with our spicy friend.
I don't know if this will help, but Mr. Tom, Mac is going to the games area where the fishing
Oh,
booth
there we
is.
go. Yes, let's flip that.
Okay.
I just, in case you want to go that direction, that's up to you. So we are splitting the party.
That's what we're doing.
Awesome.
A DM's favorite or worst
Within the
nightmare.
first
At level-
hour.
Level 20, split the party. Let's run
Three-way
3
splits.
encounters. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, remember, you could donate to help them, me, or enter a Tarask. So
Oh, make
let's,
us draw cards from a deck of many
Yeah.
things.
I've
They're-
got
they're-
it. One
they're-
in
Now-
front of
Look at this.
They're from
I
a
have
deck of
many.
persona cards, but I have the list. So
I have a question.
yes, Mr.
Can
Tom.
people pool their donations for the Tarask fight?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Heck yeah.
If we
Listen,
If,
say
if we
would.
if we get
for Tarask.
$100 before break, I'll just let a Tarask
Okay.
enter.
hell yeah.
All donations combined. I'm just gonna let it happen.
Okay.
'Cause
Let's
I-
go.
All are cheering.
Why
for us. You don't
should
realize
Mistress
that
write its
that's-
Tarask into the battle, right?
All right.
I'm
So-
scared.
We split the
Pure
party.
chaos.
Maria,
Yes.
you said you were going to the talent show, correct?
Who's Maria?
Yes.
Maria
Who's
is
this?
not here. Milo,
I'm
you're
here.
going to the talent
Yes.
show. You probably have the farthest walk. The talent show is kind of close to the main event. And you see all the food you could ever want. It is colorful. It is beautiful. Everything here is great. But you start to kind of feel like something's off. You don't really know what's off, but it's walking around a carnival at midnight by yourself kind of off, even though the colors and lights are on. It's still really late, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you see the tent. Talent show sign up.
Huh.
With a little desk and a clipboard.
Is there anyone at the booth, or is it just kind of like put your name here and then we'll add you to the list of that kind of sign up?
It looks like a kind of a put your name here kind of thing.
Okay.
With on top of it, there's one other name.
Mm-hmm.
The Modrons.
Oh.
Didn't think that they were still around. Okay.
They may not be. I say as I'm walking up behind you.
Oh. Are you sending up too?
No. I dealt with that before. Pretty sure we killed all the Modrons.
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, Modrons. There's a lot. They exist.
I mean,
There's
the
a
ones
lot
here.
of them.
I mean, the ones that were here.
Oh.
Because
Well, maybe these are
they
new.
came
Maybe
after
these.
us.
Maybe they're new. Why would they do that?
Because again, This entire place is a fey trap designed to kill you.
See, you keep saying that, but then everything that is around keeps saying otherwise.
All I'm saying is that I've been here twice before. And
Now, why would you? But why though? Why would you come back to something
I
more
did-
than once that you don't like?
it was not intentional. I promise you that.
Well.
Look, much like what just happened, both times was taking a rest with a party I was adventuring with, and Mr. Tom was there the second time. And the carnival appeared around us. Let me just put it that way.
Convenient for a carnival, but all right. This menagerie owner person, have you encountered them before? Like, what did in the last 2 times that you were here? What kind of interactions have you had with them?
How do I put this? Very violent ones.
Well, violent interactions aren't necessarily bad interactions,
Oh,
you know.
okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's
To
fair.
pause that real quick, as you say violent interactions, Drip, you're walking up to one of the only rides open, and it looks like it Tunnel of Terror. As we flash back to Doc, that is for people who've seen the other ones.
Well, I'll definitely keep all eyes open as I just like while looking at Doc, I'm signing my name underneath on the list of talents.
The moment you finish signing your name from out of the booth, oh, a competitor. And
Oh,
it's the same fox person Arcana Lock you saw at the ticket booth.
you sure are sly, aren't you? You're sure too little. That's a very good trick. But be out and then here.
We like to be efficient here.
That's good. It saves on costs.
Oh, yes. So the talent show is usually right before the main event. So you have some time if you'd like to practice or take it into the festivities. But don't worry. We'll make sure you're right before the main event.
Wonderful. I'm sorry, I didn't catch if you're going to be helping us around the whole day. What is your
The
name?
moment you turned back, they're gone. The clipboard's gone.
Well,
Yep.
And
it
we're
has
gonna-
been a long time since I've dealt with Faye. This is uncomfortable.
We're gonna pop over to Drip. You see the Tunnel of Terror. Experience terror ride through your fears. As it's a little cart ride.
You know we got to do it. Like, let's go, man. Like, can they scare me? I'm Drip. Come on.
Love the confidence. Love the energy. Love the energy.
Remember,
Like
you could
this
I
is
believe
hype
in Drip.
yourself up
Player.
sort of thing.
I
Like,
believe in
there's a little
Drip.
nervousness. It's just like, all right, got this, Drip. Walks on in. Got this. You got this.
What are
Things go
Drip's
bad.
fans called?
The moist
Droplets?
towelettes.
Oh no.
Oh.
Droplets. No, the
Droplets is so
droplets!
much
Oh.
better.
Droplets. Droplets is
Oh
great.
my gosh.
I like droplets. I'm not gonna lie.
Droplets is good.
Prince, Drip, king of the droplets. You get into the little cart and it starts moving. It's kind of a lurching ride. It's not very smooth. Drip's drops. Beautiful. Sorry, I gotta hide that. The cart is moving through, and you see as it goes to the first room, a coffin door pop open and an animatronic vampire, I want to suck your blood, oh, pop out. Goes through
It's not
another
the best
little
you
room.
could do. Come on.
And you start to smell it before anything else. It's the smell of death, of decomposition, of And then you see it. A mound of zombies. Dead. Just piles of dead zombies as the cart is going through. And as you turn to look back, like, what this took a turn. This was animatronic carnival to just piles of dead bodies. You turn back and the cart stops. And you're in a room full of mirrors.
Okay, that's trippy.
The trail ends. And as you turn around after looking forward to look back, you're surrounded. There is no more track. You are just in a room full of mirrors.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, I guess it's finding a way out of here. Yeah. All right, that's a cool trick they did there. How do they do that? Is that plane magic? Fuck, I don't know.
And
just feeling on mirrors. Like, I look good. Look at that. Yeah.
And as you walk through, it is mirrors of all shapes, sizes, contorting your body, making you taller, shorter, bigger, smaller, rounder. As you walk past another one, you swear it changes you to different races. You change to different creatures. It's always you, and you always know it's you, but it's just, what if wizards made a funhouse mirror room? They would make mirrors of all types. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, because this is happening, I'm just like casting illusions like randomly as we walk through here with minor illusion, just to like watch them reflect it, like me on a surfboard, little me. Go ahead, bro.
And you make it to a room. It's near the front of this. You could, through the edge of the, you know how badly built rooms, the edge of the seam of the room, you could like see past it.
Mm-hmm.
You could see outside. You could swear you see the band sign up. So you see Milos and Doc. But then the mirror shifts and shakes just slightly. And you start noticing around the edges of the frame is not smooth.
Touch.
The mirror closes around your hand and bites you. As it is now trying to eat you as you have been grappled by a mimic.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay.
And then we'll jump. Mac and Mr. Tom. Mac, you want to win some prizes. You go down. It also happens to be not far from the Hall of Mirrors. You walk past that and see a row of just games with giant teddy bears and like little beholder mint stuffed animals, goldfish, just in little bags. And then Mr. Tom, you see the round booth with the little rubber ducky, little fishing game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mac, on that booth, you see the biggest, coolest, bestest stuffed animal toy you could ever imagine. Whatever Mac's like ultimate carnival prize is on that booth.
Are you okay?
I want that one. That one. Does my detect magic finally?
Oh yes, that went off. That when it went off, it actually was probably a little painful. Everything here is magic. Everything. The food, the fence, the ground, the sky. You look at your friends are covered in magic. They're level 20. Just everything here. It's almost hard to comprehend.
She'll drop concentration on it. She's like, right.
Yeah. If it is the most magical place you have probably ever seen in your entire life. With your experience with the Fae, you see a lot of Fae magic, a lot of magic that should not be here. Like this type of magic, the amount and the combination is just a little wrong.
Did we just get teleported to the Feywilds? This is
Yes.
weird.
This is duck, and I said this.
You said that
Tom.
you said a Fey runs it. You didn't say we popped into the Feywild.
No,
Or did you?
yes.
Oh,
Mr. Tom definitely did, yes. Yes.
my
And we said
bad.
things like, oh, no, don't go. It's a bad idea. And then everybody was like, oh, no, it's a good idea. So we follow you here because we don't want to see you get, I don't know, eaten by a mirror.
We'd get eaten by a mirror. That seems like a
It seems
rookie
unlikely,
mistake.
yes?
It seems
It
unlikely.
does. It
Yeah.
does. It does.
Extremely
Yes. Mr.
unlikely,
Tom thinks
yeah.
so too, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Certainly
yes.
not. Like, if anyone in the party is gonna get eaten by a mirror, it's probably me, to be honest. Definitely not Drip.
It's a good thing that there are not mirrors here, yes?
Yeah, excellent.
So
All
you
right.
want stuffed animal. You understand its big dripping eyeball, yes?
Yes.
Does that make
I
you want more or
totally
less?
knew that. That is definitely what I knew that was.
Okay. Okay. We play fishing, yes?
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
fishing.
Mr. Tom Coach. And then he like takes the little toy fishing rod. If the attendant goes like, oh, step right up, right? He's just like up, 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 up. And,
You
like,
do see that same Karloff pop up, but they don't say anything. They just lean against the side, knowing
Yeah.
what Mr. Tom by now.
Yeah. Yeah. He just hands the fishing rod. Okay. Here we go. Now you go slow, okay? Yes? Take
What?
Perfect. So you like whip the fishing rod at the thing?
Yeah, as you say, go slow. Mac has already like flaked, like.
Roll
With
me
the-
a dexterity check with disadvantage, please.
With disadvantage?
You're whipping a fishing pole around. You're doing the exact opposite of Mr. Tom. I was gonna give you advantage if you just did what Mr. Tom said. He's a master fisherman.
He achieved enlightenment in all of his monk abilities through fishing.
10?
10. It bounces off the edge. It whips past like the attendant, just moves to the last second and just flip after bouncing off the side.
You know, I should learn to listen first.
No, I think you have the hang of this. There are many paths to fishing. Please, try again. Go slow, go fast. If fish bites, fish bites. I mean, in this case, it is rubber ducky, but maybe rubber ducky also bite.
Maybe it's a mimic. Maybe they're all mimics. I will slowly throw the little toy fishing reel.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check with advantage. Mr. Tom, are you gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay. And Mr. Tom, are you also casting into the water?
Nope. No,
Okay.
he's like, okay, we now teach fish. Okay. This is now my disciple.
It's kind of low. Only a 21.
21. With the 21, something bites, which is a little unexpected. You would expect it to like kind of like stick to the floating ducky in the water,
Yeah.
which is what you're trying to get. And you feel a violent pull. Roll me a strength check.
Oh yes. Fish will be much bigger than you think.
14? Can I just let go of the reel?
I also rolled a 14.
Whoa!
If you meet, you get to beat. And you have a massive pull. I feel like Mr. Tom like maybe puts it on, like tries to steady you and help.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Just a couple of like hands on the shoulders, just like
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
And you see a beak emerge, and then teeth, and then a head that does not comprehend the size of this pool as it tries to pull back against you. Roll me one more strength check, please, with advantage.
That was a
15.
noise.
How much?
13?
That'll do it. As
I am an
you
ungullible god thing.
see a flipper pop out, another flipper pop out as a dragon turtle is ripping its way through this portal you have opened with the fishing line and is coming at you. The same moment you both hear from the background, Drip scream, maybe? You scream?
No,
No?
because
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Misty Step to get away from this immediately.
Perfect. You hear shattering glass behind you as Drip, you cast Misty Step. Milos Doc, you are walking past the front of the Hall of Mirrors. Miraculously, because that's how games work.
It's just more like, what the fuck?
And hear that. And could everyone please roll me initiative?
It's just Doc, just like, yep.
Remember, you could donate to help our friends survive this encounter. All they had to do was walk to the main tent. That's all they had to do.
Buddy.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
too
sorry.
easy.
Did you say all they had to do was walk to the main tent with the descriptions of like popcorn and games?
Right,
and
like,
blah,
come
blah,
on.
blah.
Hello, all of my
Yeah.
eight friends with
Yeah.
ADHD. Here are distractions.
right.
Here's shiny colors and smells and lights.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, I would have failed this. I would have been dead the first time I visited this carnival. Like, there would have
Oh
been
my
no.
Yeah.
The only thing they had to do was walk to the Baskin Robbins. But there's a bunch of cocaine lying.
Free cocaine.
Hey,
Ah.
Oops.
I guess the
School
Baskin Robbins
warned
not
me
all
about
that it's
this.
cracked up to be.
Oh wow, wow.
It's not up to snuff.
I'm gonna. Can you give disadvantage on? I can give disadvantage on this,
You
right?
could technically
I-
give disadvantage on initiative, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take disadvantage on initiative.
Nope, it's
You wanna
fine.
do
It's
it? Bet,
fine.
bet.
50, over 20. Doc. Oh, okay,
25.
Doc. For what?
25.
Okay, I thought I heard 45.
28.
28. Oh,
No, I cap out at 30.
15 to 20.
Oh, no.
10 to 15.
11.
Cool.
My +5 did not. Well, I mean, it helped me, I guess.
Mr. Tom, Matt,
Hey.
what'd you get?
is it a race for the bottom? Hey, this many 7.
Oh,
7.
Mr. Tom, who has the highest dex?
I have a +4 to Dex.
I have +5.
Okay, so
Mr. Tom
Last!
has 20 dex and 20 wisdom.
I got 20 dex and 20 charisma.
Jesus.
I got 18s, but you know, pop up, I guess.
what I take for taking feats instead of abilities to modify.
Yeah, I
her up.
also took feet.
It's
Same.
fine.
Same.
I've got
Yeah,
2
I just
feet
rolled
on the bottom of my
semi-well.
legs.
Yeah.
I'm just not smart.
My friends in my home game call me the game fucker.
That's rude.
I like systems.
That's what I appreciate about you.
You watch Letterkenny. Oh,
Okay.
Prince, we are friends now, buddy.
This is why we're ready to run this. I just wanted you all to be friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
Solid.
this is great.
Okay, so Milos,
Yes.
you are walking past. You and actually Doc both go at the same time, or both first in initiative.
Okay.
Are walking past the Hall of Mirrors, and
Mhm.
you hear Drip, but also in the distance, past some booths and some other things, you can see a giant commotion happening.
Oh. Well, what if we
Yeah, go ahead.
divided?
Go ahead.
I'll go to
Go.
Drip then.
No, I'll stay. I'll stay here. You go.
Oh.
Help them.
Okay. What? Okay. To wait. Wait.
Go,
wait.
go to the fishing game.
Fish.
that,
You
yeah.
have Drip then?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna run over there then. See what's up.
Okay. You spend this turn running through. You got to get past some booths. You got to get through like
Oh,
the Hall
wait.
of Mirrors.
Hang on. I can hold up. Wait, I have magic. I would like to wait, have I seen Is it within 500 feet?
Yes,
I would like to dimension door then over there, please.
you can very easily dimension door over to the game.
Great.
So
I would like to do
you
that.
Magic.
pop over there. What does your dimension door look like?
So I think with Milos, he literally just like as he steps forward, he just like goes like this and like pulls, and it's not really, it's kind of like a there's like this faint shimmery blue seam, like line that he just kind of pulls apart, and he disappears, and then as he steps forward, it like is basically the inverse, but him like pulling out and stepping forward into wherever he's going.
You
Like pulling back a curtain almost.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess you're gonna pop up a little bit behind Mac, and you open up to the scene of Mac with a toy pink and red and green just plastic fishing pole with a dragon turtle on the end ripping through this child-size kiddie pool size hole, and Mr. Tom standing next to them.
Oh,
It's like screaming.
well,
Which
that's
is
not
good.
that a good catch. Don't let go. And I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Mac as my bonus action.
awesome. So that was your action, bonus action. Is there anything else you would like to do? That was your
I believe that is everything. What I mean?
okay.
Yes.
Doc, you went the other way.
Yeah. So, question, Prince, did you Misty step outside the Hall of Mirrors or just away from the mimic?
It is not his turn yet.
Okay, so he hasn't Misty stepped yet.
He has not Misty stepped
Okay,
yet.
then I'm just going to like not moving slowly, but very like just resigned to deal with this bullshit again. Doc pulls both of his revolvers out and starts heading towards the sound that he heard of the chomp in the glass.
You can easily make it to the room where Drip is at in your turn.
Okay, then I will do that.
Yeah, it's going to take most of your turn and a little bit of a dash because you have to make it
so
through the
double
hall of
movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, once I get there, I use my bonus action. Well, no, I don't have to toss me an action. Because I'm cool. Sorry, I'm just double checking. I can't do anything with my bonus action. Reload. There. Yep. Nope. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Hold on. Sorry.
There's almost 20. There's a lot.
I will hex the mimic. Get there
Awesome.
as a bonus action.
You hexed that mimic.
It's 1d6 necrotic.
Cool. Does it immediately take it?
Hold on. Sorry. I don't play casters. Nope, I deal extra 1d6 whenever I hit it with an attack.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
hit it.
Awesome.
Wait, choose
Next
one
up.
ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Ooh,
That's
Strength?
yeah, strength.
smart. Okay. Drip, you are next. You have
Mhm.
this mirror wrapped around your arm.
So is this counted as like a grapple or what
Yeah.
have you? Okay, then I'm just going to, yeah, I'm gonna use bonus action to Misty Step.
Cool. So
And
just to give you an idea, you're in a room full of mirrors
Yeah.
still.
I don't know if I can get out of this place, but that is okay because if you're looking at Drip, his like surfer boy facade drops and he's just like, prepare to meet the Reaper. And the gun just is in his hands and it's just like
Hasta la
So-
vista, baby.
What does that do? Do you just fire it into the room?
oh yeah, I'm just trying to break whatever's in here. And I guess since I casted a spell, I can't use a normal attack on top of that, but that's okay. I'm just going to use the gun for a splashy Eldritch Blast.
Cool. Does that hit one thing or does that do multiple things?
It'll hit multiple things if I
Okay.
want it to hit multiple things. But I'm aiming at the one that hit me.
Cool. Hit it.
So 17.
17 hits.
Nice.
Very nice.
It's gonna be 16 damage, 10 force damage, 6 thunder.
How much total?
16.
16 total. Okay.
Yeah. And I got how many beams of this do I get? 3 beams, 4 beams. So if it's still alive, I'm gonna shoot again.
Still alive?
There's a 14 hit.
Yep.
That's another 6 damage.
Okay.
Then another 1 damage.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me double check a thing.
Level 20.
Did you
Because-
take that Eldritchification to add your charisma modifier? to?
No, but
Ah.
because I am a genie warlock, I think I'm actually able to add my genie damage on every attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, you get genie damage? Why?
Yeah,
Why are we
that's-
not all genies?
Yeah, I
That's
thought it was once per
genius.
turn.
Oh
but I'm double-
no.
Yeah. When you
Roll
hit with
extra
the attack roll, I just get the extra damage. So let me do the math here, because that was +6 on every one of those attacks. So
That was 4 attacks. That would just be plus 24.
yes. So it
It's
was
just a casual plus 24, no big deal.
Super pittance, really.
16 plus 12 plus 7 plus 10.
So how much in total? Sorry.
That is a total of 45 damage.
45 damage. It is not looking good.
That's it for
But
me.
it's
I don't
still
have
up.
anything else I can do with this thing.
Okay. It's looking real bad though.
Yeah, it's gonna
As
look worse shortly.
it probably will. Mr. Tom,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Marvelous.
Also, reminder chat, if we get $100 in total of donations by break, which is in about 10 minutes, Tarask will just enter and they will have no chance.
Have we gotten any donations thus far?
No chance.
Just the one.
Oh, what's the donation we got?
We got a $20 donation.
What is that? Who is that? For $20 random potion, or is it a wild magic for a directed person? If no one tells me, I'll do what I want.
It should be a wild magic, is my personal.
It's gonna be
Personal
wild magic
preference.
that
I mean,
will
yeah.
appear when I want. It might be this turn. Actually, it's gonna be this turn. Mr. Tom, roll me a D20, a D100.
A D100, you got it.
Yeah, it's your turn when I found out. You're
Oh,
getting
great.
it.
Great, good. That's what I wanted. That's what I'd love to hear. How's a 10?
A t-
How do we like a 10?
a
Do we
10.
like a
10 is
10?
A
well,
10 is
I
fine.
mean-
the only 10 I see. Yeah.
Go ahead,
wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Tom, and please take your turn while I figure out what
Everybody's
happens.
drawing from the wild magic deck.
Okay. So I'm just going to need everybody to go along with me for the order of operations, which I wrote down ahead of time.
Perfect. Level 20
So-
monks, y'all.
Level 20 monks, y'all.
Yup.
So I'm going to spend 5 key of my pool of 20. So Mr. Tom, he's just like, that is big fish. Okay. And he puts his palms together, and so he's a monk of the astral form, except all of his astral form is just himself, just like blue and superimposed and slightly bigger, but with like 6 floating fish that appear behind him, which he attacks with. So he just goes, okay. Ooh, I like fishing. And then boom, it just goes boom, That's it. That's how he achieved inner peace, was just through fishing. So now I can tell you how if you want me to actually run through the order of operations, but I now get 6 unarmed attacks.
I believe you.
okay.
I'm not going to question you because I know you're a level 20 monk and it's sick.
Yes, it's sick. So now I just get 6 unarmed attacks. When I summon that, excuse me, please roll for the dragonfish a DC 19 Constitution save.
It failed.
It failed.
I rolled
Excellent.
a 4.
Okay,
and
so
it-
just summoning the arms does damage, which is 2d10 of force damage. So that's 12 damage just from summoning the arms. And now I just get 6 attacks.
Yes.
These
Let's
attacks.
go. Let's go.
So I'm going to spend another key point. I don't. Do you want me to run through the math? I can run through the math if you want.
No, I trust you.
Okay, great. I spent a total of 6 key points and I attack 6 times and do extra damage. Okay. Let's go. So 15 for the first attack.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I have a calculator for this.
These are
14
to
for
hit.
the second. Yep.
Oh, to hit. We are looking for
I'm
a
sorry. Excuse me. To hit. Pardon me.
AC of 20.
I was just rolling damage. I was just like, it's fine.
It's
Did
okay.
say
You're just
20?
pulling it.
Yes,
Yeah.
AC of 20.
Okay,
for
so
the
first
dragon turtle.
attack. First attack is going to be hits on a 20. So that's
One.
going to be 6 plus. I also have a legendary tattoo that does extra damage. Yeah.
I love it.
So give me just a second here. I'm just trying to roll all these things so it's on record. Clear. Get the hell out of the way. Yep, that's going to be 46. An extra 46. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Whoop. Fuck. Nope. Stop adding. Subtract now. No. Fuck. Sorry. Excuse me. So that's going to be another 9 on top of that. And then on top, this is one attack. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm trying to go as quickly as possible. So there's another D10 on top of that. So that's another 1. That's the first attack.
Okay. Oh, not
Second
91,
attack, we're going to
minus
roll
1.
another D20. Second attack misses.
Okay.
Next attack is... Oh, I did a custom roll. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. That's a 20 that hits.
Okay.
So that's going to be so that's 12 plus 9
20 stuff is so
plus
wild.
So the third attack is 12 plus 9 plus 1.
Okay.
Fourth attack. Hits on the 22.
Okay.
So that's 10 plus 18 plus 7.
Okay.
All right. Fifth attack is misses
Okay.
with an 18. Sixth attack misses with the 17.
Okay. So that was all of your attacks.
Yes, because I'm going to save key points for the obvious boss.
Smart. You do a good chunk of damage to this. Oh my god, calm down.
Yeah,
You
pretty
get your
much-
key points back on short rests.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We
Yeah.
gotta take a
I
a wee
only
little
say
nap.
this because I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a special little thing. Because you can be a genie in a bottle, baby. And if you jump into the bottle with me for 10 minutes,
Don't do it.
you become short rested.
I'll jump into your bottle any
Fuck
day.
yeah.
Drip.
Everyone's in the
That's-
bottle.
That's
nothing
absolutely
battle
fantastic.
Nothing battle happen.
There's probably some extra bonus damage in there that I could calculate, but for the purposes of a live, if we were doing a home game, I would absolutely just be like, you hold on while I do that.
I'm destroying this turtle in
Yeah.
one turn, and you're gonna sit here and watch.
So Mr.
When-
Tom slaps his hands together, summons all of his fish, and just starts slapping it with like big astral projected blue glowing fish that you can kind of see through.
As this happens, so much magic is happening around you. So much is going on that a little pop of magic happens around you. And any of your items that you were carrying, so the fishing pole, because that was the only item you had, grows little legs and becomes sentient, and runs at the dragon turtle and starts hitting it for 1 point of damage.
May I
Yes.
switch that, because I do actually have, because you allowed us a legendary, a rare, and a common magic item.
Yes.
I have a bag of tricks, Rust, so it can spit out other little creatures.
Your bag of tricks becomes sentient, grows little legs, and is now running around spitting. Let's roll me
Additional
a D,
creatures.
Yeah, roll me a D6 because there's 6. How many charges? 6 charges?
Let me double check here.
We're gonna see how many get spit out.
You
Bag
can't
of
make
tricks.
this up, y'all. I mean, you
it's a
can.
great-
We did. But
It's a great bag of tricks.
Mhm.
And you can pull 3 fuzzy dice from it,
Okay.
and then it can be used the next dawn.
Roll
so
me
it's
a
a
D4.
D8. Okay, D4, you got it.
Yeah, I just want to know how many things are gonna come out of it. It's not gonna give out of all of them unless you roll a
3.
3. Everything comes flying out of this. Roll me 3
Excellent.
D6, 8s, whatever we need. to
3
know what
D8, you
animals
got
are
it.
now
Yeah,
running.
absolutely. Yep. You got it. All right, a D8.
This is chaos.
It is so
Thank you for your
wild.
donation making this happen.
That is 8. So
8.
that is I have a bag of tricks. It is a rust colored bag of tricks. So it's
Okay.
8 3 brown bears come out of it.
Three
Three
brown
bears.
bears come charging out of a bag of tricks that is now running around with little feet. Your fishing pole also little feet running around does a point of damage against the dragon turtle. It knows its job.
Can the brown bear also have 4 little feet on the end of its feet?
Yes, it
Excellent.
can. Because
It's
I
a
love
prominent
that.
feature of
Yes,
this
it
bear.
is. It is. It's
Mm.
got. It's actually walking a little bit. It's kind of doing a little shuffle thing because the little feet are much smaller than its big feet, so it's kind of have to like shuffle run. It's terrifying. They're very good at fishing. They're also now because they're bears and there's a giant fish. They're going to actually also attack it for 4 points of damage each because that sounds like fun. And Mr. Tom, is that the end of your turn?
Let's say yes.
Okay. Mac, it is
Yeah.
your turn.
I bet that dragon turtle is barely hanging in there.
This is unbearable, honestly. For
Ah,
this
yeah, I
dragon
know.
turtle. It can't handle much more.
We should
That joke was
lay
undefeated.
bare all the machinations of this game. Okie dokie action. I'm just gonna hit it with my sword.
Hit it with the sword.
Hit it. Oh, wait, the blade singer thing. A bonus action. I will activate my blade song.
That's good. That's probably good. That's very
Yep.
smart.
Yep. Bazinga, my AC is now a 23. Cool, super cool and casual number.
Blade singers are great.
Blade singers are so fun. All right, I'm gonna hit it with my just reels happens like, oh god, just pulls out this shining blade, like bright like sunlight, and that was I killed the fly. Got it. And just
Oh,
bonk.
bonk it.
Nope. First one misses. 17.
Okay. Next.
Second attack. Yoink. That one will hit for a cool 22.
That hits. Give me damage.
And I will, as a blade singer, I will use my I can cast a cantrip. No, do I have to hit with the first? It's been so long since I played blade singer.
What was that?
Now I'm just gonna hit with the sword. Because you could do so, you can cast a cantrip in place of your second attack, but I just
That's
wanna
so you
hit it
can
with my
do
sword.
green flame blade and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but I'll just hit it with my sword. So that'll be. This sword is fancy. Does things. 1d10? No, 1d8. No, 1d8 plus.
It's one. Are you doing
Yeah.
two-handed or one-handed?
One-handed. So
Okay,
1d8
plus
plus 6.
6.
Okay. Math is hard. I was bad at it in school. 14 points of damage. And it is not, it's radiant damage, I think. Because the sun is shiny and chrome.
Nice.
And that's it. She's just, Mac is very freaked out by the fact that this giant dragon turtle just popped out.
It's not happy about this. And if that's
back
that's the
in
end of
the
your turn.
Yeah. Go back in the pool. Go back.
And with that, I rolled 2 2s for both bad guys, so it's now their turn. But before we go to their turn, I'm going to go ahead and let us go to break so our players can do all that fun stuff, and everyone could go take a walkie, get a drink.
Walkie.
I don't.
Oh,
know
you
how to
know,
take us
one
to
walkie,
breaks.
one talkie,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, one.
But when we come back for the exciting conclusion, I'm going to still keep it going that if we could get to $100, I'm just going to put a Trask in this game anyway, because it seems like they need it.
And hey, we're like part of the way there, so like
Yeah, we're almost there.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's
Come
true.
on. Help
Come
out.
on. Help out and just fuck us up. We don't care.
let's
Look
go.
at us.
Yeah, if you
us
donate
up.
$50, we'll pull from this thingy. I
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
shouldn't have flicked it that way because I saw some art, but we'll pull from this thing. Deck of many things.
Let's get the deck of many things going. Like, let me win.
Yeah.
We don't need them to win. Adventurers win all the time. Let the villain win. But for now, let's go walkies and drinkies, everyone.
We'll be right back.
See you in a bit.
folks.
Hi, welcome back to Mistress Margolis Magical Menagerie, the end game. I made it sound much more menacing that time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
really
Right.
did.
Last we saw our adventurers, they were having a little bit of a problem with some of the rides and attractions. Drip and Doc were stuck currently in the Hall of Mirrors, and Mr. Tom, Mac, and Milos are at the fishing hole dealing with a dragon turtle that appeared. And remember, we're taking donations for a very good cause, so if you can, we have some incentives in the chat for some very fun things. We got wild magic on the table, and if we could get $100 total, we're going to have a Tarask attack. We have 20. We're $80 away from a Tarask just wreaking havoc on this party.
Yeah.
So
And Ian, where do these donations go, bud?
These donations are going to support Don't Be a Monster, which is a bullying prevention charity that works with schools and haunted houses to bring the monster performers from the houses into schools to terrify children into behaving. I'm kidding. They do educational stuff on bullying and bullying prevention and the effects of it.
and if we don't get a deck of many things for Darby to pull, I think she might explode.
I'll cry too, and you don't want to see a sick person cry, and that would be really
If
sad.
you cry, I'm gonna cry. It's just gonna be we're all gonna
All go
cry.
downhill from there.
Yeah,
It's gonna turn into a whole different type of game at the end. We're just gonna need to
simply
But-
crying.
Speaking of hugs, it's my turn.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's the dragon turtle and the mimic's turn. It's the carnival's turn.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Oh no. No.
Yes.
BioShock.
God, now I want to play that as the thing.
Such a good
It's
game.
gonna be stuck in
I
your
still have
head
to
now.
I have to finish fucking Burial. Sorry.
Such
Anyway.
a good game. Mac, you are pretty much face to face with this dragon turtle. It's not fully out of this tub yet. It looks like it's struggling. It's trying to drag itself out. It's going to spend its entire movement trying to pull itself out more. It gets a couple feet, still having problems, but it is going to take a snap attack at you. And that's going to be, it's a 5, but it's plus 13. 18. Does an 18 hit? Yes, you, Mac. No,
Nope.
it does not hit. Oh man. Okay, well, it's gonna try again because it can. That's even lower. It's struggling real hard, y'all. It needs some help. Maybe give me an advantage on a reroll. It's got a lot going on. The bears are around it, the fishing poles around it. It's still struggling. But on the other side, couple rows over, Drip. That mimic's not quite dead yet. And it's going to make a lunge attack at you. It rolled a 2. There's no way.
No.
It doesn't matter what I'm going to add to it. There's just no way. As it's very injured, it's trying to like lunge, but its jaw's kind of broken. It doesn't have legs. It's a mirror. But what you see as you look around is all the mirrors start shaking as more teeth wrap around. The mirror above you on the ceiling that takes up the entire room starts shaking and looks as the teeth and the tongue come down, almost reaching the ground. The mirrors around you all start turning and becoming mimics.
We gotta burn it. We gotta burn the whole thing down. We gotta just. It's just
I'm
gotta
gonna
burn
just
it
make
down.
a roll.
Okay.
Just a single roll against D20 roll for the room. That was a 10. Plus the biggest mimic in there. It's that one. 18. Does an 18 hit either of you?
Negative.
No. Excellent. As the giant wall ceiling mimic is trying to bite into you, pull you up. There are tongues lashing out, reaching for your legs. There are mimics from around, from the other room now, slamming into the wall, trying to get in at you as tongues are coming underneath the door and more teeth are trying to pull you down.
Oh,
And that's
no.
their turn.
Well.
But before we come to the top of the round, you all hear in your head, welcome. I'm so glad you can join me.
Oh no.
I've been looking for new people to join us in our menagerie.
Oh, not you again.
I'm
Who's
busy.
next?
I can't to join. I can't take another contract right now. I'm so sorry.
I would like everyone to make a what's the save? charisma save.
Is-
Or wisdom save. Sorry,
Is-
wisdom save.
Is
Wisdom-
this against being charmed?
Yes, it is. It's a
I
I
charmed
have
person.
fucking advantage on that.
Because
I
she's
can't
real
be
powerful.
charmed.
You can't. Of course, Mr. Tom can't be charmed.
Yes, level 20. Let's go.
Oh, I have something too. One second.
Mr. Tom is my favorite. I'm sorry, all of y'all. You're great.
No,
but
it's-
it's just
No, it's accurate.
No, I spend one key point and no.
I have advantage on saving throws. Oh,
Same.
that 20, baby. Let's go. Okay.
27. I'm going to assume that saves.
Yeah.
24 with the nat 20.
Looking at a 19.
I failed the
baby.
save.
Oh, wait, you have your bardic inspiration still.
I do. I still have bardic
It's a D10.
inspiration.
D10.
Woo-hoo. Yoink.
Actually,
Okay.
chose the right character.
20.
You said it was a
Okay.
charisma save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, wisdom. Okay.
Big inspiration.
15.
Doc.
All right. Cool. Neat.
Well,
Everyone but Doc saves as you shake off something weird just happened. You don't know what, but you felt a pull. Mr. Tom, you felt nothing. You are just solid. You are not gonna let her get in your head. But Doc,
Thinking about fish.
you have a sudden urge to protect this place. Maybe you've
Oh,
been wrong. You
no.
have been coming back. You have made the conscious effort to come back here 3 times. You could have always just turned around and left at the gate. You did not have to enter, but you did. You want to be here. And Drip is threatening this place.
Uh-oh.
I'll let you. Yeah, I mean, you don't even know this guy. You don't even know this guy. You brought him to your favorite place in the world, and he is just causing havoc.
Hmm.
confirmed Doc's favorite place in the world 5 seconds earlier. For sure confirmed. So good it came back 3 times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
I was the
Third
one who
time's the
brought that
charm.
up. Just saying. Milos, it is your turn.
Well, dang. All right. So there was some fuzzy stuff in the brain space that was like, that's weird, don't like that. We have giant dragon turtle that's taken a wallop by big fish and
Yes.
crew. I hear some not great things happening elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then this person talking in my brain.
Yes.
So this is really great and fine.
Yes.
I am going to, so on a scale of perfectly fine to basically unconscious dead equivalency, how's this dragon turtle situation?
He might
It's
have
like-
a scar from this encounter, but like honestly,
Great.
it's just more annoying. Doc?
I can re-roll saving throws that I fail.
Okay. we'll
Several
get to that
times
on
per
your turn.
long rest, so I will do that on my turn.
let's
Let's
Sorry.
get
go.
back to that on your
Sorry.
turn. No, that's good to know.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Good. That's
Right,
very
'cause
good.
you're indomitable.
But Milos,
Yes.
you have a very high perception. Just
I do.
naturally.
26. That is correct.
26.
Very alert.
What is roll me a nature or animal handling?
Nature or animal handling?
Yeah, I'll let you choose which one you want to roll.
They're identical.
Okay.
But
Is this
I
a
will
person?
I will do nature because that makes the most sense to me. Let me make sure I don't have that thing that no, that's a different thing. That's not, it's only a 13.
Wild card Arcana. If that one is higher, I'll let you also do
It's
Arcana.
not.
Okay. 13.
If only if it was persuasion, we'd be talking.
It is what I was hoping you'd find. You see something though. You notice that this dragon turtle is struggling. Like this is not a big enough opening that maybe
Okay.
something that might be able to help. But you're not 100% sure. You don't really know how this magic works. A lot is going on.
Right.
You also start hearing the glass breaking and
Yeah.
and panic coming from the other room as well.
Okay. So, question, and I don't know if this role would answer it in a vague way or not. When you say the dragon turtle is struggling, obviously it's like a two small spaces coming out, but does it look like it is struggling to come out or go back in, as in it wants to not be here or wants to be out of this situation, or does it look like it's actively struggling to get out and eat us / Mac?
It looks like that maybe if it had some help, it would just go the other way.
It would just go back down. It would just go.
It was on a fishing hook. It got reeled in.
Doesn't want to be here. Okay. Okay, I have a second question. It's a dragon turtle. Is it technically a dragon?
No.
Is it a creature class dragon?
Give me a second. Let me click. Where did I put it? It is a dragon. It's a gargantuan dragon.
Guess whose favorite enemy is dragons? Hell yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Okay, so several things. One, Meals is gonna shout out. I think we just need to put it back in the hole, everyone. Let's just set it back to where it came. Is going to as a bonus action cast. Oh dear. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark just to have that on it in case I need it.
Smart.
Just as a treat.
Just as a little treat for me, you, and this lovely big doll over here. And then as my action, because I don't want to get up next to a dragon turtle, I'm just gonna pull off of my back that I had slung along with my loot, my longbow. We're just gonna take a couple shots at it. I believe I get 2 of them. Cause your boy's a ranger and a bard, y'all. Double multi-class and is hot and sexy. Excellent. So I think I get 2 attacks. So I'm just gonna roll for both of them. That was crappy. So 22 and a 14. So I believe only one of those hits, right?
22 does hit.
Okay. So with Hunter's Mark, I get an extra D6 damage on top of a D8 plus 3. So that's only 8 damage, which is really sad for level 20. But you know what? We're gonna do what we're gonna do. And then I'm just.
I mean, any damage helps.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like. Here's my justification. I'm not trying to kill the thing. It just wants to leave, and I just want to make it leave. So, yeah. I just say what I say. Shoot it a couple times as I'm like kind of dashing around, just to make sure that I'm a little bit outside of its touch space.
Very smart.
And then I think that's all that I have. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Doc.
So Doc hears the voice in his head and feels that urge to protect the place, but then he's like, wait, but that was he can cast spells from his gun too. That's really cool. I do that too. And as I'm gonna use Indomitable to reroll that.
I do believe that Doc would think cool guns would help him.
Yeah.
I do, as an aside, I do deal an extra 3 points of psychic damage.
Oh, awesome.
For my Fey Wanderer feature. Anyway, sorry, continue.
No, you're good. And I rolled a nat 20.
Excellent.
Fuck yes, let's go.
Shake that off. You are very upset. You know what happened.
Even angrier.
You're even angrier. Please, sir, what do you do now?
I am going to unload my pistols on the mimics in the room.
Go for it.
And I guess Drip, you're the only one here. You would see Doc. 1, 2, 6. Just because I get 6 attacks. I just grabbed 6 d20s because it makes my life easier. What is their AC?
You're like anything really above a 10 is going to hit.
Everything is above a 10.
Awesome.
Because
you hit a lot of things.
I get plus 10 to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm assuming you're just kind of firing.
Oh yeah, no, like specifically the one that like is closest to attacking Drip, but also and at least 1 shot or 2 towards the ceiling. But yeah, I'm assuming you.
Total damage.
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm gonna do something with that for you.
Is this a mimic swarm? Because that is terrifying.
Yes, they're in a room full. They see nothing but mimics.
Everything is mimic.
Everything is a mimic.
Oops, all mimics.
Gross.
Thanks, I hate it.
I think I did the math. It's about 15 mimics in total of varying sizes.
All is mouth.
Oh yeah, it's just and if they get through the door behind you, there's more mimics.
And the door is a mimic.
The door might be a mimic. I haven't rolled for the door to see if it's a mimic yet.
I do 80 damage.
80 damage. Okay. Doc, as you are firing into the mimics, you actually shoot a hole big enough for you and Drip to run through as you see Mr. Tom, Mac, and Milos on the other side of the wall that you just opened up. If you would like to take that, or you can stay in the mimic room. Let's see how many you've taken out. You took out 5 mimics total. Probably less if I actually spread out the points, but I don't care. It's more fun if you killed a bunch of mimics on the ground as you ran out with it.
That also means I regain. Does this count as a enemy of sufficient threat?
Yes.
All right, I regained some grit then.
Yes. If you had stayed in this room, it would be bad. It's a lot of mimics, man.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn? Would you like to do anything with your action or bonus action or no, you already did your movement?
I used my action. I'm going to use a free action to suggest to Drip that we vacate the premises. Okay. as long as you're nodding in affirmative, then I will use can I get out with a single move?
Yes, you can just run straight out.
Okay, then Doc actually leaps out because I have boots of springing, so he's just he just launches himself through that hole that he made out of the room.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to see if you stick the landing.
That's a nat 20 for a 24.
How do you land? Like how?
Oh yeah, hero
tell
pose.
me about the landing.
Oh yeah,
now.
it's literally just he launches himself sideways through the room, flies about 30 feet, does a flip, and lands like on his feet, and is just like casually reloading his guns. He's just like.
And with that, Drip, it is now your turn.
Do I have a path out of here?
Yes, you can head straight out the hole that Doc made. It is big enough for the both of you.
Excellent. In that case, I'll drop my gun. I'm not too worried about it. It's going to come back to me no matter what. And out of my backpack, because I picked up the Broom of Flying, I'm gonna flavor this a little bit. I'm pull out a thing, and it is a surfboard, and I would just jump on that and just fly out.
I love all of these characters so incredibly much.
Prince,
y'all are
not
wild.
Prince. Drip, as you fly out, roll me a D100.
Oh God. All right.
Thank you, Rachel, for your donation.
Let's see here. 1 second. 100.
Oh yeah, target Prince with the wild magic.
Yep,
just
I
popped
already
in the
did
chat.
it hit perfectly with Prince's turn.
16.
16. Let's
Yep.
see what happens with the 6. That's the wrong table.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel.
For better or worse.
That in 2 different tones.
Oh, that's too hard.
Also, that is only $15 if my math is correct. Nope, that's wrong. How close are we to that Tarrasque then?
We are now at 45, so we're 65 away from, or 55 away from the Trask.
More than 15,
Oh,
but
this
you
is
know what I
perfect.
mean.
We're gonna
Like
flavor this a
Jurassic
little.
Park.
Drip, as you hop on your broom and go flying out, a small little rain cloud forms over you. It's purple, it matches your style, and little purple rain starts raining around you.
Huh.
In a little like 5-foot plane
Purple
right now.
rain.
So yeah, you now
Oh,
have
yeah.
purple rain for the next hour.
Drip is
I like it.
enjoying this for sure.
Very cool.
Beautiful purple rain. And then that was your turn, Mr. Tom.
Mr. Tom. Hello. It is Mr. Tom.
You
Mr.
do
Tom.
hear the commotion from the House of Mirrors, so you see them come running out across the aisles.
Everything is fine. Okay, go to sleep. Dragon Turtle, go to sleep. Yeah, just same thing. 6 attacks.
Okay.
All right. So let's just try to do this as efficiently as possible. Same thing. We'll do the fish slapping. Above a 20 hits, correct?
Yes.
Okay, first one hits. Do you have your calculator already?
I'm getting it out right now.
Beautiful.
Go for it.
All
Give me
right.
your
So
calculator ready.
that's going to be 9 plus for the first attack. 9 plus 2 plus 10.
Okay.
All right. Second attack is 24. That hits.
Hits.
So that's going to be 7 plus 2 plus. Come on now. 6. All right.
Okay.
Third attack is 18, so that misses. As a matter of fact, sorry, I'm going to spend a key point, so that hits. So that's going to be 9 plus 7 plus. Oh, la, 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 la. Welcome to Mr. Tom's Number Time. Plus 3.
Okay.
Fourth attack is an 18, so that misses. I'm going to spend his key point, so that hits.
Okay.
I just get to add. I get to spend key points at the end of missed attacks.
No, I
That just
know.
adds
It's
two
just,
yep.
it's
I just want to make
amazing.
sure.
It's
I like doing everything above board.
you
So
built
that's
an
going to be
insane character. I can't argue it.
13 plus fucking 1
Yes, a 1.
plus
Nothing rerolls ones you got?
10. No. Fifth attack is is 16, so I'm gonna spend 2 key points, so that hits.
Making it rain key points.
9 plus
Keeping it real.
I try to be a key player, 10 plus 3, and then sixth attack is now a nat 20, so that's a critical.
Oh, okay. So the way we're going to do criticals, you get max damage across all dice.
Oh,
Plus,
math.
you then get to roll.
Max damage across all dice, and
So-
I get to roll?
Yes. So whatever
so that's
all
gonna
your max
be-
damage would be, so whatever your top dice is, you get that damage, and then you get to roll. Because if you get
okay.
a 1, it sucks to have a 2.
Okay, so 4 times 4 is 24. No. 16. So 16 plus 15 plus 10 is max damage. And now I roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Plus, add another 10 to that. It's 2d10 plus 5.
Oh, sorry. Minus one more time. 16. 15 and what?
16
Mm-hmm.
plus 25 plus 10.
Okay.
I've for the past like multiple rolls, I've been shorting myself a d10 of damage. Accidentally. But that's okay.
Okay. I got it. I know what we're at now.
All right, so now it's 8
Okay.
plus 2
Mm-hmm.
plus 11.
Okay.
And now, hold on, wait. I'm going to spend a key point. So I'm going to spend a key point.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 5 key that I've spent this turn.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm down to 5. And if you could have the dragon turtle make a DC 19 con save.
This poor dragon turtle.
Honestly, I'm gonna give it at disadvantage because that was so much damage in one turn that I don't think you could make a con save easily with that amount of. You did. It was at 257. It's now at 99. Unless I mathed wrong, I could have mathed wrong, but I'm sticking at that number.
Excellent.
All right, so I got to deal 99 points of damage.
It did not. It failed the con save.
It's now stunned until next round, so it can't take an action.
It is. It is stunned. It is 100% stunned. It just tongue falls out, and it's just like at the top of the tank. Oh my goodness, that was a turn. Bonus actions.
Oh no, bonus actions are all of the
Okay.
extra
Okay.
attacks.
Is that
would
the
be a
end
little
of your?
too broken.
Is that the end of your turn, Mr. Tom?
Not unless somebody shoots a projectile at me. I have no more actions.
Okay. Mac, you just watched this happen. And now it's your turn. Just fish slaps.
It's just fish slap.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to follow that up. What am I going to do? Attack rolls against the creature now have advantage because it's stunned.
Yes, it does.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna hit it.
Hit
Hit
it.
with my swat. The first hit as a normal wonk.
Yep.
Oh, thank God for advantage because that makes sense. That's a natural 20.
Max damage plus roll your dice, please.
Neat. So 8 automatically plus another 6, 8, 6, 14 plus 6, so 20 points of damage there. Yes.
Okay, so 20, and then your roll.
Yes. And then I'll green flame. No, I'll booming blade it with the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can. That's how that
Yeah.
spell works.
Yeah,
You can.
24 to
Everything
hit.
you can.
that hits.
I'll take 14 points from just the sword and then another D8 of thunder damage. No, it doesn't do it until it moves.
Yep.
Shiza. Well, cast at will 3D8. Okay, cool. Then I will bonus action surge and do it again.
Very
Yes.
I took 2 levels in fighter for this.
Yes.
22.
That hits.
Blur. 14 points of damage.
Okay, it took it.
And does green flame blade do it on hit? No. Yes. No. Yes.
Green flame blade, I think, does
On
do.
hit.
I think so.
Neat. Well, green flame baby. Blah, blah, blah. That hits. That's a 30.
Oh my goodness, that does hit.
Yeah. Boopity boop boop. Blarp. 14 points again. And 3d8. 3d8.
Ooh.
3, 5, 8, 3. Another 11 points of fire damage.
Okay. That was amazing. You did so good. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I Misty step next to it with my face step as a bonus?
You are next to it.
Can I do? I'll just boop to the other side.
I mean,
Still
yeah,
take
you can.
6 fire damage from me teleporting. That's a summer.
I love
You
it.
know what? I will. Yeah.
Nice.
You disappeared.
I disappeared. I
You
Misty
misty
stepped.
stepped.
You disappear. I have to give it to you. Yes. 6 points of damage as you boop boop over to the other side of it.
Bazinga.
Question for you.
Mhm.
Is that everyone around you has to take 6 points of fire damage?
Each creature I choose.
Oh, very good. Because I
Yes.
was your 2 friends are next to you as well.
No, I'm not. I'm no.
Smart.
I do the smart brain.
Smart brain.
Yes.
Yep.
Most of the time.
That's
Smart
smart.
brain.
Smart brain.
And with that, is that the end of your turn? It is now the menagerie's turn.
Good.
The mimics bust through the door of that other room and are swarming the room you were in. As you turn to look back, they don't exit the building though. The moment they hit that wall where it should have been, they just stop snarling and trying to bite you through like an invisible field.
Bros didn't want the smoke anyway.
The dragon turtle, still stunned, actually starts slipping backwards into the pool and falls back into the water resting with a few rubber duckies on top. As 3 prizes, bloop, 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 drop down right into your hands, just miraculously.
Money, big prizes.
They're
I'd buy
just
that for $1.
giant stuffed dragon turtles.
Are they actually giant stuffed dragon turtles?
Are they
Yes.
real? Are they life-size giant?
No,
stuffed-
they're
That's good.
Yes, they're life size. You are all now taking crushing damage. It's just a giant, like at a carnival, the overstuffed animals.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of
Yeah.
those in dragon turtle form.
Yes.
Yo!
A
Yes.
big kitty.
Mr. Calm, Jacob, take inspiration, please.
Yes.
I've never given that out in this game, but you have earned it. You have earned inspiration. Remember, you could donate to help out our players.
Or send a Trask at us.
Or set a
both.
Trask. Yes,
I
we
don't know if
are.
that's
We are
helping
taking.
necessarily, but
Listen,
it would help a good cause.
A Tarask would be the only thing that could actually hit any of us. So, like,
You think?
Well, so far it's been true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing's hit us
You had
yet.
to go and say some shit like that, didn't you?
None of us have been touched yet.
we are still in initiative order, by the way. As you hear in your heads, well done. You'll make wonderful additions to the menagerie. Step right up for the main event.
Your dead body.
As
Can we
the
take short
lights
rest?
start changing around you. The carnival that the rest of you had seen, Trip, Mac, Milos, the illusion goes, it fades as you see the broken down booths. Miraculously, the giant stuffed dragon turtles that you have are still pristine and wonderful, and you can keep those forever as a memory of your time at the carnival.
I love this.
Yes.
We might cheat at games, but we don't cheat at prizes. And you see the light, the path to the main event, the circus tent, is no longer impeded. There's nothing between you and the main event anymore. And the sign lights up.
I suppose this means there is not going to be a talent show.
No, I have a feeling that we are being summoned, and Doc spins the revolvers and holsters the big tent, big top.
Hey, just wait a second. Hold on. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Bros, gather up, huddle, or whatever. Yeah, like in case y'all don't know what that means. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I want you to meet my uncle.
Oh,
Give it.
okay.
Okay.
Mm?
This is
Grab
a
a
weird
hold.
time for a family reunion.
What are we holding on to? What are we holding on to?
My hand, and I pull out a bottle, and it says Sky Rocker. And I'm like, Unc, I need in. And then we all pop into a bottle.
And take a short rest for 10 minutes.
We take a 10-minute short rest. Now,
Jeez.
I'm just like, all right, so when we get in here, I'll just quick describe her because no, we don't have a ton of time. But there is it is like a bachelor pad / lounge, and there is a air elemental that flitters between person shape and just being wind. And I'm like, Unc, these are like my bros, friends. I met them today, but like we're cool adventurers. We do a bunch of cool things together, and we're just gonna hang out here for a hot second because we're in like some Fae shenanigans, and I think a witch is trying to take these guys' souls. And he points at Mr. Tom and Doc.
Hello, I am Mr. Tom.
How's it going?
And you just hear the sounds of wind as
Okay.
your uncle is just a wind elemental.
That's
He does
peaceful.
not speak in
This
words.
Arin is like you
Now,
I
do what they
question
do.
for you, real quick. I'll let you have a moment here to short rest. Do you know what's happening to the bottle or the world outside of you while you're in this bottle?
Yes, I do. I don't know if anyone else does, but I
Oh, I
know-
don't.
I know
The
what's
rest of
happening
us
to
are
my
like,
bottle.
this is a
Okay.
bottle.
Okay.
I love the idea of a bunch of like Fae and stuff and going like, we're gonna see some mischief. There, it's finally time for the main event. Ha 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 ha. Boop. And then everybody just like they're just staring at a bottle for 10 minutes, just going,
Yep. We have our own tricks.
yeah.
Meals is just gonna start like strumming a little jaunty, but like slightly less jaunty tune to like kind of mimic his now confused and a little bit distraught state of being in this now less exciting, not in here, but like the menagerie just being like terrible.
Yeah.
And is going to play a song of rest if anybody needs to spend hit dice. I don't think anybody got hit, but just in case,
Just in case.
you get an extra D10.
Huzzah.
Anyone who is using any of your short rest features or any of your short rest abilities, this will count. Everything in this 10 minutes will count as your short rest ability.
Nice.
I get one bardic inspiration back.
Action surge, baby.
Get those
get-
key points back, Mr.
Get
Tom.
those- except
get-
for key points, they magically don't come back in this. They do. I can never do that to Mr. Tom.
I can't wait.
I get all of them back.
Yeah, there's just a bottle sitting on a floating surfboard right now.
Whenever in fact, any of the Fae try to grab it, the surfboard just moves. It's like, no.
I do.
no.
Yes, I would like to
no,
know what happens when something tries to grab the bottle.
They can grab the bottle. We can leave whenever we want with basically me saying, "Hey, I want to leave," and but we have to spend the 10 minutes to get the short rest.
You get your 10 minutes. And at the end of your 10 minutes, because I'm a kind person, you start to feel the bottle move as something has changed. Can you see outside of the bottle?
I can't.
You can. The
Mhm.
bottle is no longer where you left it. It is no longer outside of the tent. It is now on a podium in the middle of a room
Oh, excellent.
with a light
Great.
shining directly on it.
Awesome. Love that.
Then you just see Drip's head just come out of the bottle, and it's just the head out of the bottle. It's like, "What's up?"
And you see you are on the middle podium in the main circus tent.
Oh, they're doing a party for us. Let's go.
Oh. Oh, okay. Here we go.
And I poop out. Thanks
Oh,
for the
wait.
last time.
I wanted to cast a spell as we come
Please.
out
Go for it.
because
Yeah.
Does
me
that, oh
too.
wait.
I will
Okay,
eat-
but if you know which
Hamzah.
one it is, then you do yours. 'Cause I gotta find mine because I have a few.
I'd love to put
A
a
swish
little
aid.
haste on myself. As
I
we
will
pop
allow
out.
that.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Haste.
Yeah. Mr. Tom comes out and just goes, "Your fish is my command."
That was a really good one there.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Yeah. I'd feel guilty if I didn't try and throw in a few more fish puns myself.
Gills. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm picking it up. Basically, as we exit, then I want to upcast heroism on all of us.
Okay. What does that do?
Heroism, assuming you're all willing to be touched by Milos, is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, creatures immune to being frightened gains temp HP equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which at the moment is an amount 5, I think.
No,
Yes,
it's-
5.
Just 5? Yeah, I guess that makes sense at this level. I'm a 13, so I'm like,
Oh.
Rude?
Wait, your spell,
Rude?
your just your modifier,
Oh, not the
Yeah.
spell attack.
Oh, no.
modifier.
not
The
my
spell
attack
modifier.
modifier, just a
the
regular
spell
modifier.
modifiers. Oh yeah, it's 5. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So you all get +5 at the start of each of your turns, but it doesn't stack, so it basically just refreshes up to 5.
Okay.
For the next minute. And upcasting just means I can target extra people. So I got all of us, all 5 of us.
Excellent. So we get
Nice.
+5 to what now again?
Plus
One more
you
time?
get 5 temporary hit points that
okay,
recharges at the start of each of your turns, assuming I
We're
continue
immune
concentration.
to fright. Right?
And immune to frightened.
Can't scare me.
That's
Excellent.
good.
That's
Yeah.
very cool. Thank you.
Everybody's brave now. Literally, Milos will just say, "Everyone, put on the brave face now."
Where's my treat? I've been a
Starts
very
playing.
brave little girl.
It's been amazing, Mac.
As you all step out onto the podium, the music picks up. You see a band performing onto the side of Modron's. But as you look at them closer, they're not normal looking. They don't look alive. They look almost more like they're just kind of being puppeted as they hover in the air. As giant tapestries boom, 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 go down all around you, advertising the different things you could do. A petting zoo, the Hall of Mirrors, the Tunnel of Terrors, the Magician, different things you might not have seen before. And at the end of the way, you see a giant empty flap as a light turns on, and you see the silhouette of a woman taking up the whole 20-foot tarp side as she laughs. Welcome. Are you ready to join?
I pat Doc on the back. I'm like, I'm sure this guy's ready to, and I'm gonna cast Foresight on you.
Ha!
And Foresight,
That do.
it gives you a limited ability to see into the future. You can't be surprised. You have advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. And other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you for the duration.
What's the duration?
Oh,
8 hours.
Oh.
damn. Wow. That, okay.
Because I just figured you've been here before, and
Yeah.
That's so good.
Well, thank you.
you're my gun buddies.
Gun buddies.
Oh,
Do any of you have anything you would like to say to her? Any reactions as she says this?
Is she there, or is it just like does it appear that she's physically in that space, or is it just like a shadow
So
By like, can you describe that to me
it's
again?
like kind of like a shadow play where where you would like be behind a tarp and you would shine a flashlight behight something in the shadow.
Okay,
like,
so
you're on
she
the
seems
tarp,
to be
like,
she seems to
yeah.
be behind. Okay, so it's not okay. Okay.
So
okay.
it's kind of hard. Is she 18 feet tall? Is she 3? Like it's
I
like, does
understand.
that make sense? Like it's
Yes.
the projection.
Yes, I understand. Okay. What kind of compensation will we get for being a part of this show as I cast True Seeing on myself? Which is not concentration, so heroism is still there.
Awesome.
I can
And-
see into the ethereal plane and any secret doors hidden by magic, and also up to 120 feet.
Okay. Here's a fun thing about that. Secret doors.
Yes.
A portal is a door.
Yes. Especially if it's hidden, then it's a secret door.
Yeah, then it's a secret door, which is a secret portal.
Mhm.
Secret tunnel.
Secret
tunnel.
As you cast that, she's still talking. The silhouette shimmers a little as it turns to the side, her face laughing. So we're going that route. So be it. And she starts laughing, and you see her face rip open, teeth come down, the tarp rips, and you see around you those tapestries all alight, as you now realize that each one of these tapestries is a portal, and a
Like
hand
that.
rips through it and tries to grab you, Doc. It is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You guys
And you have
are stuck now.
advantage.
You have advantage now on this.
Yeah.
So
Yikes,
And if you
yikes,
fail
yikes,
it, you
You
yikes.
saw it coming.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah. 23.
23, the 23, it grabs the back of you as you just move slightly and just gently rips the corner of your shirt and rips back through. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Mm-hmm.
How many little bazinga boobies do I still have
Oh
on
my
my
god.
haste?
We're just gonna say you cast haste at the beginning. We're not gonna take any time from that.
Does,
This was all
does
happened
haste
very
affect
quickly.
just you, or can you
It's
upcast
just-
it to
I
effect?
think it's just Mac.
Oh man,
Okay.
Mr. Tom hasted it.
Yeah.
Just I don't.
Oh,
the
I can't.
game is over.
even.
We can't.
Yeah.
Man. We don't have enough time.
If I was a sorcerer, I could
Twin
twin
cast
cast, but
it.
Got it.
Yeah.
unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Got it.
Someone donates $25 right now. I'll haste Mr. Tom.
Yo, I'll do that bet. Give me that. Yo, let's hasty monkey.
I just think it'd be. I just want to see
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Tom.
I think it'd be
hasted.
funny.
Turn Mr. Tom into God.
Yeah.
Okay, our initiatives. Over 20.
I have a +5 modifier and keep rolling like
Okay,
Shiza.
Doc, what is yours?
21.
I got 20.
Okay, Milos is 20.
Mhm.
15 to 20.
Okay.
Mac, what you get?
16.
Mhm, mhm.
Mr. Tom and Drip.
Those all sound like really good numbers. How about you first, Drip?
I got
8.
12 plus 4.
Mr. Tom.
Who is hasted now, by the
8.
way?
Mr. Tom, who is hasted now.
So
we're
you
just
get
gonna-
advantage on
Yeah, we're,
On
look,
initiative?
initiatives,
it.
right? Like with haste.
Oh, okay. Then a 22.
22. It's so good. That
It's
Mr.
fine.
Tom-
I'm good with going last. It's fine.
Okay, Mr. Tom with a 22, then Doc with a 21, Milos with a 20. What is their bonus?
Dang, it
rate?
feels weird to go third.
You're so slow.
I'm so slow. Me and my plus 11 initiative. Jeez.
I got a 19 for baddie 1.
Why is there more than one baddie?
Because you're level 20
That makes sense.
Oh,
Maybe one
oh,
of us
their
is gonna get
initiative
hit
is-
now.
plus 12.
Are
22.
you sure you want to haste me?
Uh-oh. Yes. Shush.
Okay.
Who did I not get? Oh, I got. And then that is a 10, and then Drip with 8. Okay, sorry, there's a lot going on, and then we just hasted the monk. So you're staring down. The tent, the big tarp drops. And what you saw was a beautiful woman, is actually a bunny, a 2-foot tall little white bunny, sitting on the edge of a hat, like a magician's hat, just looking at you. Little head tilt, and then it screams. The jaw drops and it just rips through the hat and comes charging at you. As what you now see, magicians especially, is that the mistress is an archdruid.
Great.
Cool.
And as she pulls, she is going to summon things from these posters as the magician is pulled out. And then a bonus action, she's going to pull out. You're going to start seeing the portal for the petting zoo start to shimmer as something looks like it's about to pop out of there. And that is her turn. Mr. Tom, you're standing on this. You see this ravenous giant bunny creature that is its whole shape is changing as it moves toward you. Think of the thing, like, you know, the thing when it's running through the ground and like things are happening to it.
Indeed.
That is what is charging at you, as a very well-dressed gentleman in a traditional magician suit pops out on one side of you, and claws start pulling out of the portal next to you.
Okay. So it looks like it's the magician that's... magician pulls the rabbit out of the hat. The rabbit's a summoned creature. Get the magician. Get the magician. Monks are mage killers. I can move 120 feet. So I'm going to do that. It's just suddenly Mr. Tom's just like, oh, there is the Batman. Mr. Tom will break you now. And then, like, because I already have the visage. So blue Mr. Tom with his Doctor Strange fish arms, just flash steps essentially, and just like takes one little shuffle and is suddenly in front of the magician and just goes, Mr. Tom will break you now.
Yes.
Incredible.
I get 9 attacks now. So I recommend, because we don't have a lot of time, that I roll. I can roll an individual attack and then see how many hit, and then we just multiply the damage by that many I hit. Is that acceptable?
I'm okay with that. You're looking, if you want to roll all 9, you're looking for an AC of 18.
AC of 18? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Then let me. This is Arms of the Astral Self. It's fish. It's just fish all the way down. Okay.
Fish all the way down.
So please mark 1 critical, because I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
We love that.
This is why you hate your monk.
That's okay. That definitely hits. That's a 30. That's an 18. So that's 3 hits so far with 1 critical. Let's see. 12, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna spend 3 key points to make that a hit. That's a hit. So that's
5 hits. That's 5 so far.
hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 6 hits so far. 7 hits so far. 8 hits so far.
Oh my god. Is this the right stats? This can't be the right stats.
Let's see. 14. So now I can spend another 1, 2 key points to make that a hit. So all 9 hit.
Nice. Plus 9 hit but 1 crit, right?
9 hit but 1 crit. So just max damage on that crit.
Yeah, give me the crit first.
Yep, the crit. So that's going to be 25 plus 4, 8, 12, 16 plus 10. So that's the crit.
Okay.
Okay.
And now, so that brings that to that number.
Yeah.
And then you have 8 more hits.
Yes. So I'm gonna roll once and then we'll just multiply it by 8 so that I'm not just like, let's just.
I can keep track of what you like. I'll do the multiplication for you.
7 plus
If it's a 1, roll again, because that's just sad. Also, now I think you could do this. And I want to see it happen.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled the wrong one there. So that's 7 plus 10 plus.
And it's all these are times 8.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
yeah, so I've got the multiplication. So I can give you a final
7
number at the end.
7 plus 10 plus 10 times 8.
Okay, so we have
Oh no, it would be times 9.
7
Because-
plus 10 plus.
no, because you did the. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because the crit is
that's-
max damage on top of every attack, and then I get the normal attacks.
Yeah,
Okay, it was 7. It was what?
So
It's
7 plus 10
27.
plus, yeah,
27.
times
27
9,
times 9
243
plus whatever
plus the crit damage.
was. Yeah.
Power word delete. Power word delete.
I just armor class of 18 and it had 272 hit points.
Hey, it's still up.
No, it's down. With everything that you did, it's down.
Oh, just kidding.
JK lol.
As they $30 away from a Trask, people, please help me, because when I tell you what he just did, everyone's gonna yell. Mr. Tom, I'm giving him this one. This is cool.
Listen, when you deal to over 270 points of damage in one hit, like
You get
that
to one hit
one
this.
turn.
Also, how often do
One
you get
punch.
to do this?
One
As
punch
you
man.
look, Mr. Tom and Drip, all of you who have spent time traveling, the creature that is reaching out drops the form of the magician as you see it missing an eye and missing a hand as you just one-shotted Vecna.
Do they have, oh well, no, it's all force damage unless they have resistance to force damage. Yeah. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
It's all magical because of the fish. So you got him. It was bludgeoning, but nope, it's fish magic. Luckily he does not die. But his spirit does get sucked away as you
Punted
see.
away.
Just Mr. Tom. What does it look like as you destroy
Fishter
Vecna?
Tom.
Fishter Tom, what does it look like when you destroy Vecna?
It. Mr. Tom just flash steps up to Vecna and goes, "Please be at peace." And then there is just simply a flash of white light, a blue kind of a blue glow. You just hear the sound of 1,000 fish slapping, and then the body's laying on the ground, and Mr. Tom just takes a very simple bow on the stage.
Everyone around does take 10 points of damage as his rebuke does go off of being hit, but that's nothing.
Okay.
Ooh, so five points of damage that is then healed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
is this you're legit using Vecna?
yeah. I used Vecna.
That is that's like a stat block.
You just
legitimately
one-shot
just had
Vecna.
Vecna pulled up. I mean, he had some immunities, but you were doing magical fish damage. Like,
I'm
gonna give it to you.
Fish and necrotic.
yeah,
Fish and chips,
yeah.
man.
All right.
you got it, man.
Well,
I'll do a concentration
had
check.
Plus
Hold on.
everything else
Well,
that was going on.
that. Okay.
Congratulations.
Wait, we took.
won
You said
D&D.
you said we took damage. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, you took
10.
10 points of damage with his rebuke that goes off because he also didn't have a turn to do anything. Like there was nothing,
Yeah.
nothing
He
going on.
died.
It was just like straight.
Whoever donated that $25, thank you so much.
Oh, that was me.
That was
You're
Darby.
welcome.
Oh, Darby.
I
Oh.
live.
You even
living
said-
La Vida Loca for chaos.
You even said, you
man.
were like, are you sure you want to haste me? And we all said yes.
Yes.
I said bet. Hold on. Yeah. I
And that
maintain
is his
concentration.
turn.
Weehee. What? Who's still there?
But Mr. Tom, in this proud moment, you do realize something though. The magician was not controlling the rabbit.
Oh no.
Hmm.
The rabbit was puppeting the magician. as it lets out a roar of anger and frustration. And Doc, it's your turn.
Yeah. So Doc witnesses all of this in 6 seconds, because that's how long a turn is in D&D.
It just happened.
Just one shot Vecna in 6 seconds.
Not
and then
like I'm assuming at this point, like, Doc and Mr. Tom like basically live together. Mr. Tom fishes, Doc takes care of animals. They've retired on a ranch. They're roommates.
Yep.
And they were roommates.
Roommates.
And so Doc isn't surprised because he's seen Mr. Tom do this, just not to Vecna, and just goes and
This is just a Tuesday.
just pulls out both guns and unloads on the rabbit.
Okay, go for it. We
Now,
are looking
I'm going to
for-
shoot 5 times, which with advantage on every attack. Why?
Level 20. Here it is. We finally got there.
Okay,
I should have made popcorn. I'm going last. I'll just watch.
so I get a plus. Sorry, one sec. 12
This
on
wouldn't have
one.
been possible
Okay.
without your short rest.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I get a plus 12 on one attack and a plus 10. So bear with me for 1 second. That
Okay.
So my first 3 attacks are a 20, a 30,
Hits.
a sorry, sorry, no, 31,
That still hits.
28, and 24.
Those all hit.
Okay, and then my last 2 are gonna be nice, a 30 and a 27.
Yeah, you're looking for above a 23.
Cool. Above a 23?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. And then I will roll damage on those, and then I'll tell you what my last attack is, because I'm doing something. 8.
Get him. Get him.
2,
Get him.
4, 6.
Fucking get him.
Let me just hold on. Calculator. Hey, one of those was a fake crit.
I don't care about if it's fake.
Well, I rolled max
That
damage.
nasty.
I rolled 2 8s,
Oh.
so
Oh.
Good job. Oh, damage. That's good.
yeah,
That's
I'm
good.
rolling my damage. Sorry.
Oh, I should get my calculator ready for this.
Okay, and then hold on. 3. Those 2. That's gonna be and then okay, so that's gonna be 89 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then with his last attack, he just holds out his gun and says bang. And Eldritch Blast.
Awesome.
He's just bang. Or bang. And then that's gonna be a oh, God damn it. So close. I rolled a 19, so I know that hits. 19 plus 9, so that hits.
Mhm.
And that's going to be 1d10 times 4, so I need 4d10. As four Eldritch Blast beams just the rabbit. For 6 plus 8 plus 4. And then that's going to be another 18 force damage. I'm also going to hex per. Is that per attack or per turn?
Attack, I think?
Hit it with an attack.
Yeah.
All right, so that was 6. That- that's another 12 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And one. I have to look at my Eldritch Blast again because I have thing. No, that's going to be under class features. When I Eldritch Blast, I have. Sorry, I'm looking for it. Glance of lethargy. So as long as I hit someone with an Eldritch Blast, I reduce that creature's speed by 10 feet until the end of my next turn.
Okay, cool. It is slowed down. Is that the end of your turn?
Let's see. That was all of my attack actions, my bonus action. I didn't use my move action, so I'll just use my move action to reload.
Okay.
Yeah, so
as you are
bang and reload.
As you are taking shots at it, something that you notice is parts of it are falling off. And it looks like it's losing some of its control over, you don't quite know what, but its shape is still not handling things well. Milos, you are next.
It's the only thing that's here, this bunny rabbit.
So there's the bunny rabbit, and so you see all the portals around you.
Right.
One of the portals for the magician is darked out.
Okay.
It looks like that has been closed.
Okay.
You do see things like creatures' paws and stuff trying to rip its way through the petting zoo one.
Okay. Okay. So it is just to double clarify, it's just the rabbit, and then there's this other tapestry where like animals are trying to kind of pull their way through.
Because you can see doors, you do know that these panels are portals with the potential of things coming through them.
Fantastic.
And there are 4 of them in total. There were 5, but then one's gone, so 4.
Okay. Is the animal one the only one that looks like there's something immediately coming out of it?
Yes, that one looks active.
Okay. I would like to cast dispel magic on that portal, please.
Okay.
Gee, at what level do I want to cast you at? Because I've got a few of them. On the active portal, let's go ahead and just cast it at 4th level.
So 4th level.
Yeah.
Rules of dispel magic, or you have to cast it at the level,
when you cast a spell using a spell at 4th level, I automatically end effects of spells on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than 4th level. Otherwise, I roll against DC 10 plus the spell's level.
Can you please roll for me?
I can. 15.
Where's that spell?
Just double checking. I don't have anything that gives me extra stuff. Nope, I decided to get sharpshooter instead.
I can't find the spell anymore, so we're gonna say 15 was enough because I'm pretty sure it was like a 5th level spell.
What spell?
I don't remember anymore. It was actually no, it would be less than that because it was like teleportation dimension door that I used on it. But it's weird Fey magic, so I can do what I want because I'm the DM, and that's what I decide to do is let you do it.
Hey, great.
When you do that, though, you see all the tapestry start to shake as the spell on it was connected. And they are starting to unravel from the bottom. And you see threads of magic starting to pull from it. As you hear things outside falling and destroyed. Noises of people yelling. Not a lot, like maybe like 4 people going, "Ah, God, what's going on?" Wasn't a very lot of employees here. And anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Yes, I'm going to as a bonus action, because I know that Drip hasn't done anything yet. Also Mac hasn't gone yet, right?
Yep.
Okay. Which one of you is closer to the rabbit situation, would you say? Well, I know Doc, I know you are.
You're all about the same distance.
Okay.
It has been coming, it has rushed towards you. So
Okay.
you're all within 30 feet of it.
Great. Then I'm going to, for Mac, I'm going to say, well, if you caught that big dragon turtle, this is going to be nothing for you, right? And I'm going to give you another bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. Cool. Someone believing in me. That's the first.
People should believe in you more. That's the actual bardic inspiration going to. The inspiration from the bard is
the right
believe in
move.
yourself.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
That is it. I think you're muted.
I am muted. At the end of your turn comes the tapestries. I rolled originally to see how many doors can be opened at the same time, and it was 2. So with its unraveling, another door is going to try to open. It will be at disadvantage. We're looking at
You know what? Does this count as a spell?
We're already
being
doing it at
cast?
disadvantage.
I'm just asking, does this count as a spell being cast?
It does.
Because I don't want this spell to be cast. I just want to let you know that.
But I want it. Okay. What do you
Objection.
Objection. I'm going to cast counterspell.
Counterspell. Okay.
What level is this?
It casts at 5th level.
So it's fizzled. I already said it was. I already decided it was 5th level earlier. So with the last magic, you see a hand reach out through it, trying to come through again to rip someone through, and all the tapestries just fall onto the ground. As you see, the tent that you're now in is starting to fall apart. The main tent pole is cracking as the tent is falling. All of the stands that were there are now rotted wood. The smell of decay is taken over. You see the fence line that you have not seen once since you've been in here, crumbling and falling as this sprawling carnival that you walked into looks no bigger than maybe half an acre. A kid's playground, old and decrepit.
This place doesn't have the drip.
No, maybe we should get out of this this tent though. If it's gonna.
And Drip, it is now your turn.
Wait, Mac didn't go. Mac goes first, right?
Mac, what did you have?
A 16.
You did have a 16. You went before I scratched out the wrong name.
I believed in you so hard that I got you off the
And I
inspiration. That I
scratched off
got
the
you.
wrong one.
Amazing.
So Mac, it's now your turn.
The rabbit is still here?
The rabbit is still there. The rabbit doesn't look phased. The rabbit looks angry.
But you have
Cool.
the power to change that.
I
For like $20 more, a Taras could enter this game.
I will. Oh, do I want to? I want
Do it.
to.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's a one shot. Drop it like you stole it.
Yeah.
Cool. I will cast Time Stop.
Let's go.
What?
So I stop time for 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row. So for 3 plus 1. So for 4 turns in a row, time is stopped. For everyone but me.
Well,
So I'll just mosey up to the rabbit. I have a list of things I was gonna cast. Okay. 4 turns. So I will cast.
There's nothing I could do about this, right? I can counterspell that.
You
though.
could. You want to try? You want to bet? You want to bet?
I do
Come
have
on.
counter spell. I have
Do
a
it.
big bad archdruid.
You're a big bad. Let's go.
Counterspell.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that at 7th level.
Cool. Silvery barbs. Oh no, I can just counterspell you at 7th level. No.
Okay, can you counterspell against your own spell?
Technically, yes, because you are. It's a reaction.
Action. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're reacting to the
Yeah.
reaction.
Darby is so excited right now. Darby is like losing their shit.
I am so
Counterspell. No, counterspell you.
You took out my other people who also had counterspell.
You know
And
what?
so
I want to do that. Let's
Yes,
just
please
let's
purge.
give you
Get that gremlin purge.
This is like
Let's go.
and as
Channeling-
the bunny, what I want you to know what you just stopped.
Mhm.
As you hit time stop, you see a dragon's face start emerging from the puddle that was the bunny as another set of teeth is ripping through. As you've stopped, it's doing true polymorph into a giant multi-headed dragon aspect.
Okay.
You
Oops.
proceed to have your 4 turns. What
So-
would you like
so-
to do?
I do. The time stop just affects you, or does it affect you and or other people?
Just me. Time
Okay.
stops for everyone.
Fantastic.
So I'll just okay. So first I will cast Mirror Image. As it is one of my signature spells, it does not cost me any spell slots, and it is also not
Okay.
concentration, so I don't lose concentration. Okay. Next up on the docket, I will cast Crown of Stars, and I think I have to, is a 7th level spell normally, so I'll have to upcast it to an 8th level spell to have a Crown of
Okay,
Stars.
so that's 2
Oh,
spells
darn.
casts, correct?
2 spells cast. Okay. Numero 3. Where did you go?
You're muted.
So that's 2 turns, but you also have bonus actions, so don't forget that.
Yeah, I'm waiting till the very end to
Okay, so
trigger
you get 2
my...
more actions then.
We'll do a Fire Shield, also a non-concentration spell. Yeah. So I get,
1 more
if
action.
anyone tries to hit me, no. It just kind of, I'm pretty sure it floats. Yeah, it's just I'm just wreathed in flames, as opposed to anything else. And then I will mosey over to the wabbit. I will use a bonus action to blade sing. And then let's just God. Otto's irresistible dance this baby. While this spell will end the, or actually I could just hit it. I could just hit
You
it.
could just
You
hit
could
it.
just hit
I'm
it a
just gonna
lot.
hit it. I'm just gonna hit it a lot.
Just hit it a lot.
Hit it a lot. Let's go.
for it.
Bonk bonk. So this action will end time stop, but then I still have my haste action. I don't know
Oh,
how you
God.
wanna. I don't know how you wanna rule it.
Well, the
so
haste action is only one weapon.
one
attack.
extra
Yeah.
attack.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then does time stop end and then I get another set of actions, or is it just these 3 that are happening in time stops?
I think it's the 3 actions in time stop, but you would still get your 4th, which would be the attack that ends time stop. So you would get 4 actions in the time stop.
neat.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit it.
You also have accent surge, so like that's the thing.
Yeah.
You can
and
action
I will.
surge as a bonus action every turn, right?
I can action surge
many do you
is
have?
only a one time
time.
per short rest thing. Because I'm not a high
okay.
enough
Got it.
person.
Oh,
Also,
that's
it doesn't
right,
take a
got it.
bonus action. It just happens.
Yeah, action charge you just do.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So let's
So-
just start bonk.
See, if you were a level 20
stopped
fighter,
its
though.
transformation, I am only doing. I've stopped its half its hit points as well. So
Incredible.
you're getting it in its
Incredible.
weakened state.
Neat.
Y'all, level
What's
You would
20
also
is
get advantage on this attack because it's
broken.
frozen.
It's
Yeah,
frozen.
what's it gonna do? Dodge?
Yeah.
Neat.
Level 20 is gross.
This is fun.
This is a beautiful turn.
I'm so happy you brought me in. Does 24 hit?
Yeah, we're looking for
Cool.
a 22.
Cool.
That's a number that I was
That's a
expecting.
nasty AC. Okay.
Okay,
cool.
but Mac, but you're like 23 most of the time.
1d8 blur plur plur. Okay, 1d8 plus 8, so 7 plus 8 is
Don't you get automatic criticals on incapacitated things? For
Yes,
melee
if you
attacks?
if you land an attack, it's an auto crit.
So yeah,
Is
that's
this-
an auto crit.
Oh,
Mhm,
cool.
'cause it's
So
Any
then
attacks that
incapacitated.
hit are an auto crit. Yeah.
that's an 8 plus a 7, which is a 15.
15.
And I've been doing damage wrong because if I'm blazing, Song of Victory is active, and I add my intelligence modifier to my
You.
damage as well.
Yeah.
So that is a 27. Does 27 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second one, right, extra attack will be 18 plus 12 is a 30.
Mhm.
So 8 plus 7 again, 15, or yes, 15, 25 points of damage. The last one should have been 25. So 25 and 25, so that's 50 points of damage. And then do I get one more before I have to action surge?
Hit, bonus action hit. No, you can action surge now, so you get 3 hits and then your action surge.
Cool. Numero tres. That I don't. Yeah, I mean, look and see if I get 20. No. 31.
Hits.
Yup. Plus 13, 23 damage.
Okay.
And then action surge. Do it again.
Do it again.
Whee! I don't think that one hits. That's an 18 to hit.
That
Blurb.
does not hit. I am sorry.
Tragic. Okay. I think this one does hit. Yeah, that's a 22.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. I will use green flame blade with this. Bazinga. Please read. Read with your eyes. 20 plus 3d8, 8 plus 1 plus 7. 16 points of fire damage on top of that. And last one.
It's so much that Mac and Darby are phasing in and out. Of
It's that mystery step.
A 23
Yeah.
to hit. And
Yeah.
then
That hits.
It's that mirror image now. It's just bouncing them back in and out. And out.
6 plus 8 is 14 plus 10. Yeah, that's 10. 14. 24 for the last 24 damage for the last one. Boom.
Ow. It's looking real bad. Like it's looking hurt.
Cool.
As you all, time stopped for everyone. So with a screechy, with it all of a sudden like little pop, you see the transforming bunny creature just stopped transforming and it looks messed up. Mac is now glowing, has all this stuff going on with them.
Yep.
Also, Mac, you're hasted, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you hit enough?
Yes, I think so. Because there's 3.
Yeah.
Because it's 3 attacks. Because I can't attack with a bonus.
But then you get
action.
another action with haste, don't you?
You just get one
Yeah.
single attack.
Just
Yeah.
a single
Okay.
attack.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't get. Yeah, it doesn't stack, unfortunately.
Just making sure. I was
Yeah.
gonna try to give you I wanted you to get as much out of this as you could.
I thought about multi-classing into monk and trying to do flurry of blows crap. Like, oh,
Drip.
but yeah.
You pop back into existence in this timeline. You know something happened. You all know something happened. And you see what's in front of you. It is now your turn.
Okay, so, yeah, so Drip is just going to look around, very confused about what just happened, and Drip's gonna be like, rabbit season, and I'm going to cast mental
good.
prison. And so, mental prison, they have to make a DC 21 int saving throw.
I rolled a 4.
Oh,
I don't know what their int modifier is, but I suspect it's not.
It's not going to be enough.
Combat that, so they're going to take 5d10 psychic damage. But the fun part about this spell is that they can no longer see through this illusion. And this illusion is going to look like a giant shark maw coming out of the water under the ground under this rabbit and just going in to close its gaping maw around it.
Awesome.
If it moves out of this space or makes a melee attack or something like that, it's going to take 10d10 damage since it failed. It's going to take this 5d10 damage up front.
Roll me that damage and let's see how it's doing.
23.
Oh, jeez.
23 points of damage.
Yep.
It's real hurt.
That's great. Because I'm not done.
Okay, what is your next action? Bonus action.
I'm going
What are you doing?
to bonus action Hex,
Okay.
just so that's up on it. Then I'm going to action surge so I can do some more stuff.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna bring out Big Bad Shot Daddy. And I'm gonna take a couple shots at this thingamabobber. A 23, will that hit?
Yep.
It's gonna take 29 more damage.
Okay, it's not good.
Okay, that's good, because I'm not done yet. I'm gonna do that one more again. Oh no! I wrote a nat 1.
A nat 1. Your
Heart and
gun
soul.
actually jams.
Oh, actually, yeah, I know that will jam my gun. That's fine. But I forgot to add my hex damage to that first attack. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, what I meant to do here is I have advantage because I can use one of my grit points.
You can use your grit point. Roll you at
Get
advantage.
that nat
Zoe.
one out of there.
I rolled a 3.
Mr. Tom, you have that inspiration you can give to someone if you want.
No, I know what I'll do. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I am going to push this thing with a mage hand with a bonus action because I took telekinetic, and I'm going to shove it so it runs into the mouth of this thing that only it can see, so it can take another 10 d10.
I described it as a small jelly thing, so yes, go for it.
So I just needed a DT 19.
Just roll me the
strength
damage.
save. Oh,
It's
All right.
messed up. It's
so that's
Can jelly be
10d10.
strong?
Here, I'll just roll it here. $72 damage.
as you do that, the last bits of this buddy creature, it looks like it's forced through the shark teeth, just kind of bleh.
Mind you,
As-
no one else sees this shark thing. It just sees
It looks like it goes through a cheese grater as this creature is no longer any recognizable creature. It starts melting and bubbling and oozing into the ground as it sinks in. The carnival around you starts just crashing. Nothing is holding the illusion together anymore. The laughter that you heard ringing through the carnival is gone. And you all are in the empty clearing, your bags next to you, ready to make camp so you can go to the Adventures convention tomorrow.
Huh.
As you've all made it out of the menagerie. And that is the end of our game. I'm sorry for such a quick ending. Mr. Tom, who are you? Where can we find you? And where can we
Hi.
see you again?
Hello, my name is Jacob Burgess. You can find me on the internet at Jacob Burgess BO. That's my Twitter. You can also find me performing with Loading Ready Run or on the Yisbird Games Discord, which is an indie game publisher at discord.gg/Yisbird Games. Yeah, I had a really busy week. I'm playing every Wednesday night on Loading Ready Run. I'm playing Warhammer Kill Team at 5 p.m. Pacific. It's a heck of a lot of fun. I got into Warhammer in a big way in the past while. That's me. That's where you can find me. I hope to see you around.
Next up, we have Maria Milos.
Hello. Hi. Hello. It's Maria. You can find me on the internet at Happy Capster, where I stream variety games and such on my own Twitch channel. You can also find me every other Thursday night on Waffles Maple Syrup playing Pathfinder 2E on our Outcast and Outclass game. And most Wednesday nights over on Only Play Wizards playing the Expanse TTRPG game, our game Abraxas' Precipice. And also, typically bi-weeklies on Sunday evenings, or Monday evenings, I should say, over on Huntsman's Hydra, where I am playing Lord of Aethera over there as well. Plus a bunch of other stuff. If you follow my socials, you'll know what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Ta-da.
Next we have Mac.
Hello. I was your wonderful Mac, but also I'm known as Chaotic Darby on the internet. You can find me under that handle on Twitch and Twitter. When other places you normally find me, Tuesdays you can find me on the First Watch YouTube channel where I play D&D peony idiot halfling. Thinks she's an artificer, really a ranger. Wednesdays evenings you can find me on Girls One of These Worlds Twitch channel, where I play another small halfling changeling warlock bard. She just knows she's a warlock. She woke up with amnesia 16 years ago. Who knows? And Fridays, you can find me on Weave the Tale, playing in the Shadowrun 6th edition game, Autumn of the Fireflies, where I play not Ace Short Idiot. She is Digit Dwarf Decker e-girl with souped up gear and all kinds of stuff. Beyond that, yeah, that's kind of all the places you can find me currently. So I'll zip it along to someone else.
Prince.
Hi, I'm Prince, also known as Doubles and Dice. That's where you can find me on the internet. All of the places except Facebook. Fuck that place. I do TTRPGs and variety streaming. You can find me next on this channel again in just a bit because there's a panel. So come back for that. And I'll tell you more about stuff that I'm on. But make sure you follow me on Twitter and on my Twitch channel. That is at Dimples and Dice.
I'll do mine real quick. I'll let Ian take us out because this is your channel. I'm April. You can find me ever as April Raygun. If you enjoyed this, I do lots of chaotic and weird stuff. You can find me all over the internet as April Raygun. I think I said that. I'm trying to do this really fast and making it longer and worse. I'll be back here later again, also with Prince at the another panel. I'll tell you what I'm doing then. So stick around if you want to find out more. You're muted.
You're muted.
Hey, there we go. I'm not going to say anything, which is ironic. Stick around. In an hour, we'll be back with 2 more actual plays. You can donate to charity, and VHC will be around for another 18 hours. See y'all later.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone, for your donations.